Manwich!
Dooby-doo, where are you? We got some work to do now.
Manwich!
Dooby-doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Manwich! I see you, pretending you got a sliver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shiver. You know we got a mystery to solve.
Manwich!
You'll be ready for your act. Don't hold back. And
Manwich.
you do if you come through, you're gonna have yourself a
Manwich.
snack.
Manwich!
Dooby-doo, here are you. You're ready and you're willing. If we can count on you,
Mr. Manwich.
you do. I know we'll catch that feeling.
There it is.
There it was.
There it is. This is Mike.
Michelle.
Megan.
Ken.
And Rich.
And this is
The Manwich Show.
I love that intro. That was really good.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's the second best one.
The second best one.
Somebody here had something they wanted to talk about. Who was the one that kept telling me? Was it you?
There's always something I want to talk about.
Good. Let it rip.
All right. Yeah. Let's see. Well, right out the gate, I'm going to come out strong because I was just so shocked about. I was watching right here on Rumble. I was watching the Stu Peters show, and his guest was Dr. Jane Ruby. And they were just going over some of the stuff that they were. For those of you guys don't know about, gosh, I don't know what to talk about, but how far I should go. But I'm just going to go all the way out. So I don't know how many of you guys actually watched that documentary of Died Suddenly. When they were taking out those things.
It's the inmate time.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Thomas Allen,
an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution.
Alabama.
Your account balance is $29.40. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
What's up, Tommy? How's it going?
I'm doing all right. I sent out.
Oh, man, I'm drinking a
Sent
beer,
out
man.
mine. Oh, you are?
Yeah, dude, I'm probably
That's
going to be
awesome.
drunk.
Pop that one.
I usually don't drink, man. Today I'm drinking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm celebrating. all
What are you celebrating?
week. Well, I've been sober for a long time, but I'm celebrating my 11th wedding anniversary. Hooray.
Oh,
All week.
awesome.
Oh,
Maybe the rest of the, most likely the whole summer.
what you got going on, Tom? You ever hear anything good?
He goes by Alabama.
No,
Alabama.
I sat there.
Bama.
Well, yeah, I sat there and was sent out 2 big ass yellow envelopes of all my documents, or even favorite my side of the story, to the LAIB. And the damn mailroom here at RCI sat there, I had to go through legal loan fund. You get $100 a year. You have to apply for it. Well, I get approved every year, and you get $100. To make copies at the legal library, and to get yellow envelopes, and to get for them to pay for the postage. And they sit there and try to freaking say that this place right here it has to be an attorney. Well, this place is LAIB, the lady that owns it, that runs it at that college. She's the wife. Her husband does the Innocent Project. She does the LAIB side, which is the LAIB stands for Legal Assistance to Institutionalized Person Program. And it's at Frank J. Remington Center, University of Wisconsin Law School, 975 Bosca Mall, Madison, Wisconsin, 53706. So this is a description. It says LAIB is a clinical program of the University of Wisconsin Law School. LAIB provides legal help to inmates through the faculty's supervised work of law students. LAIB service may not be available until you are transferred to your permanent placement institution. LAIB information applications are available in the library. Well, you know, I've been down 9.5 years, so I am way more than.
You're a permanent resident.
Yeah, so they got no excuse, and it is my damn constitutional rights to be able to get that. So they sent my shit back because it didn't have an attorney name on it. So I asked the lady up there, one of the officers up there at the desk, to look up LAIB and tell me who the professor is or who that lady is that runs her. So they told me her name. So I put attorney Kate Finley on my damn. Yeah, I put attorney Kate Finley because Kate Finley is the one that runs the LAIB. On my damn yellow envelopes and put it back in there. Then I told it, and then they gave me some rules about legal loan, and they wanted me to keep my fucking shit open. I said, I don't have to keep my shit open, my documents and shit. I mean, they only want me to keep it open so they can make copies of that shit, man. You know?
Oh, yeah. What he's saying is that did you guys catch that? He's saying that when he mails something that, like, to that place,
yeah,
they don't want him to seal his envelope. So he feels that by not sealing it, that the powers that be at that prison, they're going to read his mail.
No, they will. That's why they do that. That's why you can't lick it. They've got that little thing there, and you get it wet, and they seal it, then send it out.
You think they censor it?
That's the reason why.
Yeah, they censor your mail all the time, incoming and outgoing. You write a letter to mom, they already know all about your mom. You know,
it's just like censoring the kids on Xbox. We don't want them talking to naughty people and just being adult. We don't want you getting what you want out of life.
Yeah.
So this is what the rules are. Appropriate use of legal loan funds for postage. Under C, postage covered under legal loan includes first-class mail address to court, sheriff department, clerk of court, authorized attorneys, parties, and litigation, the ICRS, the Parole Commission, and DOC 1292 to the BOCM director. And then under number 1, it says inmate may use legal loan funds for postage by attaching a DOC 184, which is a disbursement, to the unsealed envelope. The DOC 184 shall contain the complete mailing address in case.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Then on number 2, it says the envelope may be sealed only if it is clearly addressed to an ISIS, or is it ICE? That's for what do you call migration?
yeah, that's
For Latinos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A CCE and an attorney, the Attorney General or Assistant Attorney General of Wisconsin, or the clerk of or judge of any state or federal court. So I'll put on there. When I send it back, I put, like I said, I put Attorney Kate Finley, because she has to have a damn license as an attorney to be able to be a professor to teach the shit, So I played her damn games, so I put that. And then I rewrote the damn shit. I left out every damn thing except for postage. I said, postage covered under legal loan includes first-class mail address to authorized attorney. Governor Tony Evers told me in a letter he wrote me to go through LAIB, document approval on hand. Then I said, and number 2, the envelope may be sealed if it is clearly addressed to an attorney. And then I put, I am an ex-military veteran soldier, and then I put FBI color of law out of Illinois because fuck Wisconsin.
For a repair team.
I have a friend on the outside that will be tracking this so that it gets to its destination by calling attorney Kate Bentley. So I had to threaten them with this shit, man. So finally they sent it out. And anybody that doesn't know what color law is, and the division of the FBI is, here's a small description of it. Color of law. U.S. law enforcement officers and other officials like judges, prosecutors, and security guards have been given tremendous power by local, state, and federal government agencies. Authorities they must have to enforce the law and ensure justice in our country. These powers include the authority to detain and arrest suspects, to search and seize property, to bring criminal charges, to make rulings in court, and to use deadly forces in certain situations. Preventing abuse of this authority, however, is equally necessary to the health of our nation's democracy. That's why it is a federal crime for anyone acting under color of law willfully to deprive or conspire to deprive a person of a right protected by the Constitution or U.S. law. That's the reason why I threatened them with the damn FBI color of law out of Illinois. Because I don't trust nobody here in damn Wisconsin. And I'm thinking, since Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin fall under the 7/4 of the bill, then I can either, if pushed, I can write to the FBI of either Indiana or Illinois to get them to investigate my constitutional rights being violated. Because I'm sick and tired of being fucking biasly stereotyped and prejudiced, just being ignored. I mean, these people love to play fucking games with your fucking life in here, man. They know they fucked your damn constitutional rights up. I mean, they fucked my damn 4th Amendment, my 6th Amendment, and my 14th Amendment, but they don't give a fuck, man. They do whatever the fuck they want here in Wisconsin, and I'm trying to show them that I don't play fucking games, man.
That's because Wisconsin's a liberal state.
It doesn't matter the damn U.S. federal constitutional amendments. No state can supersede them. They have to abide by them. And then it's their damn rules. First, it's the U.S. constitutional amendments rules. That's the first damn thing. Then we can go by the damn state's constitution, statutes, and laws after that. But they clearly violated my 4th Amendment, my 6th Amendment, and my 14th Amendment. And I've been trying to tell these people since damn January the 6th, the first Saturday of this damn year, all the way to this, whatever the hell it is, 26th, 27th damn Saturday in a row that I've been calling here on Live Podcast. I've been trying to tell these people, man, that I need help. You know, I'm a southern person from Mobile, Alabama, stuck in a northern state, surrounded by northern people, surrounded by northern states around me. I am nowhere near where my heritage is.
You're a rebel.
And I have been biasly freaking sentenced 3.5 times more than what the hell anybody else would be sentenced. I was supposed to be sentenced. I was forced to sign an Albert plea, and like everybody else, they had 10 years total for the same stupid shit that I'm in here for. Whether it be 5 years in and 5 years out, or 3 years in and 7 years out. I was supposed to get 6 years in or 4 years out, but they nailed me for my first time at fucking prison. They nailed me 35 fucking years, 20 fucking years in and 15 years out. My first time, and there is nothing to prove my guilt whatsoever, and there never will be. There's no DNA, there's no witnesses, there's nothing. There's no physical proof, there's nothing. But yet, I'm forced to fucking sign a fucking Albert plea, and then I tell these people on this document my criminal court record document on March the 6th of 2014 at a hearing where my attorney, Barth, requested a motion hearing date. He will file a motion to suppress within 2 weeks. They give him the motion hearing for May the 1st of 2014 at 3 o'clock. He on purposely...
All calls other than properly placed. Attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
He on purposely sabotaged my fucking case, and it went straight to a plea hearing. after getting granted by the judge a damn suppression hearing, he was going to suppress something that would have won my fucking case for me. The shit pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing went out. Alabama, I'm a guest speaker this week on the Manwich Show. My name is Megan, and I'm Michael's wife. And I had never heard your story before. Why are you in where you're at?
You would have to read about that on CCAP. I don't like saying this shit.
Okay,
on air 'cause
I understand. It's
bogus.
okay. I just I never really watched their podcast, and I finally came out of the house, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is all about. You know, I seen their previous episodes. Just, you know, I saw your face on there, but I'm just being nosy. You know.
It's pissed. There's nothing to prove my guilt. There's nothing. It's just pissing me off. They just seen that I'm a poor person, that I had to rely on a public defender.
What plea
and they
did
just
you
took
plead?
advantage of me.
What plea did you plead?
Yeah, what'd you plead?
I plead Alfred plea.
Do you know that's not a bad
Because
one.
I had to go up.
Yep, that's not bad. Check this out. With the Alfred plea, that's a good thing because when you plea it, you have the opportunity to have another trial. You can request a new trial.
My innocent.
Yeah, you had the right to. You can do that. If you didn't do it, you could still do that.
From what I'm hearing, what you're saying, Alabama, I would keep on fighting the good one. They keep on denying your request, or you keep on sending things out. Keep on. Be annoying. Keep on sending that stuff back and forth, you know?
Nobody in Wisconsin's going to fucking help me, though. I went to the Innocent Project. Dave's like, there's no DNA, so we can't help you. I'm like, how fucking retarded is that, man? If there's no DNA, wouldn't that fucking favor me?
I think you should tell us more about like what you did, because then more people will be interested, and they'll be like, maybe somebody will help you, because
like I said, it's on CCAP. So I don't like talking about the shit, man, because people are automatically gonna fucking pull the trigger on me. And
but you're innocent. But if you talk about it, then it shows that
I still don't like talking about it.
I get it, man. I'll get it.
I don't know how to talk about it, and I really don't feel comfortable talking about it because I know for a fact, me being a Southern person, I'm going to automatically be stereotyped.
Is Wisconsin allegedly where this crime was from?
Do what?
Did the crime happen here in Wisconsin? The alleged crime?
Yeah.
Oh, how did you end up in Wisconsin then? You're from down south, and all your stories are all in your accent. Everything's down south. Like what brought you to Wisconsin? Like, did you just got a job?
I wanted to start just a fresh life, and my sister was up here. She was in the Navy at that time, and she had a place for me to live. So I came up here, and then I branched out and got my own place. And then I met this girl from the Menominee Indian Reservation, but her family's from Menominee Indian Reservation, but she grew up in Kenosha. So yeah, and I fell in love with her, and she was the love of my life. And then I started working on the damn river. I had to work on the river to make a living for my family. So I'm gone like 30 days at a time. And while I'm on the damn river, my oldest daughter is being molested by her damn best friend. His name is Chris W. I don't know how you say his last name properly. But he's been doing this fucking for years. And it's just every damn thing that he fucking did to her, I'm fucking being accused of. And it pisses me the fuck off. All because I wasn't there at the house because I was gone 30 days at a time for fucking years out on the river. And then some shit happened back then in 2009. That happened back in 2009. And the son of a bitch was was investigated by detective of Oshkosh, and for some fucking reason he was let go, even though the mother came to me and told me every fucking thing that he did, and is exactly what I'm fucking being accused of. And this shit fucking pisses me off.
What part of Wisconsin were you living in?
Oshkosh.
Oh, Oshkosh, okay.
At the time. But then you fast forward to that incident. That was the first incident that happened to that supposed person. And then you fast forward it to 2013. Then the mother put that person in a foster home. And then that person, 3 months later, accuses me of the shit that dude was fucking doing to her. And then after I get put in fucking prison, then she accused her first foster home. She accuses another dude of that damn house while she's in the hospital. She accuses him of the same shit. So it's not only me being accused of what the fuck the original motherfucker did to her, but another motherfucker damn got accused. Another man got accused of the same shit.
Did he
so
end
it's
up
just
in
like
prison
a fucking,
too?
it's just like a repeating shit over and over shit. This is on document. I got all this on document. And it just pisses me off, man. So that's just basically what the fuck I'm going through.
How long did they give you?
They gave me 35 years. They gave me 20 in and 15 out. I was 40 years. I'm 50 years old right now. I was 40 years old when I first got. I went 23 years of my adult life out of fucking prison. I didn't even have a juvenile record. And usually, not all the time, not a quarter of the time, but mostly 3/4 of the time, if you have a juvenile record, that shows a sign of mental problem.
Remaining.
Huh?
No, it said it was 1 minute remaining. No one said anything yet.
Well, Alabama, if you can, man, get back in line, and because that way the viewers can hear more about your story, and then maybe somebody can relate. You know, maybe somebody who's a viewer.
Your pain, man.
Yeah.
You know, though, he's a Confederate. He's a
27
Confederate.
times on a live podcast, and nobody's ever fucking done anything, man. That's crazy.
That's because
that's when you could chew out the viewers. Tell them, say, listen, man.
Help this guy out.
I need your
I'm
help.
not a lawyer. I don't know anything like this.
Yeah.
No,
I don't have nobody but Richard.
Like I said,
That's
he's a
all I have,
Confederate,
Richard.
and he's in a Yankee place right now, so it's a Yankee town.
Well, get back in line, dude. We want to hear more from you, man. We all want to hear. We want to talk to you. You got a group, man. You got a group hug today. I think there's how many of us? 5?
5 today. 5 of us today.
Yep, we got 5 today.
You still there, Alabama? No. Okay, Alabama. Dang. All right. Well, that was Alabama's story. Yeah, his daughter accused him of sexual assault and all that stuff. That's why Alabama's in it.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't saying nothing.
He ended up saying it himself. He ended up telling the story anyway.
I want to hear what Michelle was going to say. You were telling a story before that phone call.
Oh yeah, I felt a little shy because I feel so bad for all the people out there that, especially after I watched that documentary. But I'm just gonna go right into it because it's already been talked about. People have been talking about it, and it's already been like a week old. So, but those things that they were pulling out of people, they did lab things on them. Did you know that? They put that underneath the microscope. Those
what were they pulling out of people? What were they pulling out of people?
They were going to the where the coroners were pulling out. They were trying to do embalming people, and the embalmation was getting stuck in spots.
What show was that again?
That was Died Suddenly.
Died Suddenly. I think it was on Netflix, wasn't it?
No, that was banned on Netflix.
Oh, that was on Rumble.
Yeah, that was right here on Rumble.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were like blood clots, but when they were pulling them out, they were white and they looked wormy. Some of them were extremely long. Yeah, very fibrous. Well, I did not know this, but somebody actually took that to a lab, and they got their test results back, and they they're saying what's inside these things. You guys want to hear?
What was?
Yeah.
it?
What is it?
It's biocircuitry.
What?
Huh?
Yeah. So biocircuitry. So it'll just make you easier to plug into the matrix.
Oh, it's interesting that you said that because people who took the shot, they pick up Wi-Fi.
I was just gonna say something about the 5G. They just turned it up again.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it in the last 2 weeks. You can definitely feel it.
Right, your arm, legs hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, my legs, my bottom legs feel really
Getting
heavy.
poisoned.
Yeah, literally
Being
being
poisoned.
You're talking about
poisoned.
if you got the shot though, you're
Yeah,
poisoned.
even-
right?
Yeah, but what is
Even
it
if you're
doing to
not.
normal people?
Well, how's it hurt? How's it affecting normal people?
Well, there's
Still
only
messes
so
with
much
you.
radiation you can actually have in the air.
If you had
And
one of
then-
those counters and you went to around pizza places and places where people are eating, some of them places are super high, like 20 times, 100 times high, right next to one of those the towers, the cell tower, and people are eating right next door. I was watching something a long time ago. They showed some guy with a he was testing that stuff out, and his counter said it was really high, and people were eating there. I'm hungry again.
That little guy's too cute. He'll come over here and he'll steal the show. That's why he can't hang out with us. Look, he ran back.
Come and catch me.
It's like Paris. Somebody let the animals loose. Did you guys see that? Paris on fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
oh,
the,
yes, I
and,
did see
and
that.
the zebras running, and there's
Yeah,
a whole group
elephants. They
of
left the
lions and
zoo.
tigers right there. Yeah, they opened up the zoo and let all the animals go wild.
They were smashing vehicles into the mall.
Where was this at? When was
Yeah.
this at?
This is in France. They've lost their shit. Like literally lost their shit. They lost their pride in being who they are.
Is that
as
what
Lost
a
our
nation and
identity as a
person.
country.
Is that
It
what
is
happens when
an
you bring
identity as a person
migration?
too? Because when you stop caring
Stop being
about
friends.
where you live, you stop caring about yourself. Well, actually, I think it starts with yourself, and then you stop caring about where you live. Because if you feel like garbage, then you want to live around garbage, and everything around you turns into garbage. But yeah, stick you in the matrix. It would be easier then. They said they were putting graphene and stuff inside in those things. It's just scary that it's bioengineering itself like that. It's growing. You have something growing.
But
inside of
it's
you.
clogging their bloodstream. That's why they're dying from the clots.
Yeah, but okay. So when you think of that, so it's biocircuitry, and we're electrical beings. We have electricity running through us all the time. That's how our spirit is doing its thing with electricity. Then you put those inside of us. Some of us have fucking lost our mind. Some of our friends and family, especially after 2020, are just not the same person. It feels like invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah, you got a variation of who they are.
Well, I think the lead singer of Aerosmith, he died from the shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he took the shot and died. Got a lot of those people that took that shot and they died. They're gone.
Well, look at Jamie Foxx. He's still no real news about him, and he's still in fucked up status. And they had a doctor on here on YouTube. I seen in one of the shorts talking about like he's gonna let Jamie tell his story when he's ready and this and that. And I'm like, and they showing pictures of him standing with him before that. But all those actors, they all got the shot. They had to do what they have to do.
So he did that movie with who was the female?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. And nobody's heard from Cameron Diaz neither.
Well, she just feels really, really sad about it. But that's
I was
about
talking
it.
about my health, not mental, but
Yeah.
physical health.
No, I haven't heard any news on her at all.
Man, forcing people to take the shot. And people with Wi-Fi now, like they can pick up Wi-Fi signals, but that's all.
Well, Mom got the shot. She got 2 of them. If that's real, I'll try that on her. She'll let me do that.
My dad got the shot, and
He got boosted too.
yeah,
So I
He got
wonder
boosted,
why.
too.
I work for a pretty big hospital here in Wisconsin, and there's a couple of them. I'm not going to name them, but they have mandated the vaccine. Well, they have recently come out with that they are no longer mandating this vaccine. Not just the one I work for, But there's another one here in Wisconsin that they no longer are mandating the vaccine.
That hurts because so many people lost their livelihood.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
So
saying that they're
many-
mandating it?
They
or
mandated it.
again?
No, they are taking it away.
Oh, they're
now
taking
they're
it
no
away.
longer making it mandatory for your employment.
That's fucked up because, like, I know people wrote, like you wrote a 7-page letter for your exemption.
Yes,
So
I
there
did.
was some people that actually.
You wrote a 7-page letter.
Yes,
That's
I
right.
did.
She was dead serious.
Crazy.
Dead serious. No loopholes in that fucker.
She gave her thesis.
Yeah.
Did.
Yeah. There's no shame.
What was your grade?
It was an A++.
A plus.
She didn't have to. She didn't have to do it.
Granted, baby.
No, she didn't have to take it, but my son, her husband, had to take it for her. So Mike, oh yeah, okay, I'll go take it.
You're like bullshit.
Right. I'm still a pure blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So-
that's true about that.
I
That
must
shot
have
to
got
kill
that
you.
corona like 8
And
times.
they even state in that report it was for that.
Times
If you ever listen to Infowar, and you listen to him, and he had that paper out there telling you all about that stuff and the secret papers and all that kind of stuff about that shot. Yeah, that was to eliminate. It was population elimination.
Well, you know what, too, is like the elite, they are completely 100% obsessed with mind control. They got the MK mind control. They put the fuckity stuff in the TV when you're watching it. They're putting that in the in our music. I mean, geez, you can't even go to a concert. So I seen some videos of The Weeknd, his concerts.
Your phone. I'm talking right now, and I ain't even on it, and I be talking.
Hello?
And I was talking to another person about, he said, how about getting a casket? I said, I want no casket.
Oh, yeah, your phone's always listening to you.
And then this morning I turn it on, and I'm clicking through it, and there it was. Yeah, I can get a casket for $22.95 a month.
My friend was over last night and she was asking me stretches for her lower back. And I was showing her the ones I know, like hip exercises, stuff like that. Because we sit, we're sitting, and sure enough, my phone pulls up today. Some stretches I can be doing.
Yeah. It's sometimes to the point where you talk enough around it, it already knows, it anticipates what you're going to pick or something that you might like before you.
It'll even pick it. You'll scroll and then it'll put its little thing where your finger is going to be because it know your finger is always right there a high percentage of the time. And then it'll sneak something there and then boom, you accidentally click on it. That happened to me quite a few times. Ever happened to you?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that stupid Infosil commercial I always see on the Daily Mail and that Cheryl Janes or whatever her name is coming up. I'm like, oh, I hate you. So I always talk about her fucking fiber. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think that these people, yeah, they enjoy control. It's all about that control, and any way they can do it. They can hook you up, just like a Minority Report. Hook you up to a computer, and you think of something, and on the screen will show a picture of what that thought was. I just feel like that's too much of an invasion. This is my mind. I should be able to think about whatever I want at any time without right now I'm thinking of what? Something super motherfucking inappropriate, and it doesn't matter.
I was just
'Cause
thinking
it's in
something
my
gay
head.
too. Some gay.
Somebody had a sore
So but that's inside. If I feel like sharing it, then I share it. If I don't, I don't. But just the thought of that invasion of something just knowing and being there, it's just like a succubus, just like sucking some part of my life force off of me. When other things start doing that, they steal from you. They do steal from your life, because then that's like a form of living your life for you. I don't like that.
Rich, can you pull up on there Trump at the Mount Rushmore July 4th?
Of this year?
Yes.
Yeah, let me go through the archives of the Manwich Files.
Ooh, yes. Very
Because there's a lot of talk about Trump being this, and I read a little bit of article.
Oh, wait. Before you go any further, I just want to wrap it up with that biochemistry thing. So they were saying when it was first just like a theory and stuff like that, when those things were being found, they were showing people like this guy, he was on a bike, and then the light next to him had like an energy surge, and the guy just fell off his bike and died of a heart attack. And other people with energy surges around them, and then you hear about these people that are playing sports and they're, because of all that energy, you know what I mean? They're just whipping it up.
Well, the energy's going to go away. That turning up that force
that's why they
on
took
that
down
G5.
That's why they took down that Georgia Guidestones. And so everybody will forget about that number that they had in their mind. On a planet of 7 billion, they only want to keep 500 million.
Yep.
Who's the lottery winner? Those bloodsuckers, 12 running families of this planet. I mean, who are they going to feast off of? Each other? They need us. Who's going to be their? Who's going to get all their food?
Need some.
Who's going to go and like can their food for them and do all the fishing? And I doubt any of them know how to put
robots
their
and
clothes
AI
together.
and all that technology, the breakaway civilization technology stuff, all that good
their
stuff.
paintings, the AI paintings have gotten better. Did you see that?
All changing. Everything's pretty soon.
Yeah, they got better at their teeth, and they got
AI is going to do everything for you.
They're finally doing 5
AI is
fingers
gonna do it
instead
for you.
of.
It's going to come to your house. It's going to do everything. It's going to be your house. You will be AI and like it.
Are you guys ready to go on the Magic School Bus ride?
Uh-oh.
That's not a car.
It was me.
Oh, that was exciting.
Yeah, no,
I was like,
my
look
heart
at that.
dropped. I felt one of them energy surges.
Stop.
See that TV now? I'm drunk now. See, I told you. That's how much it took.
Only one beer,
Not even
ladies and gentlemen.
Are you drunk?
No, I just took one little sip on it. And put it down.
Nearly 2.
Now drink it in a little bit.
Now, I mean, what I found wasn't July 4th, but it was before July
I want to
4th.
wait for your action, huh?
What I found was before July 4th. I guess he was on social media July 4th, so he didn't do any public speaking.
That might have been last year.
Was there something
because
you
he
just
was
wanted?
running for president, I guess then.
And
But he said that would help him for 2024 if the news would have put that out. His speech at Mount Rushmore, that was last year's.
Oh. I thought you had something particular in there that he. The only thing
But
I
that
know
speech,
of, like,
it was devastating, man.
I just sent him that article you sent me about the meat processing.
Oh yeah.
On his phone there.
I found it. It's 3 years ago, though. That was like, what? Maybe he did it again. There's one 2 years ago. You want the 2 year ago?
The one that he gave that.
Well, he
Yeah,
did
it
it
had about
twice.
2 years ago, because the other one was later, or before that. 2020.
2020.
I am here as your president to proclaim before the country and before the world this monument will never be desecrated. These heroes will never be defaced. Their legacy will never, ever be destroyed. Their achievements will never be forgotten. No nation has done more to advance the human condition than the United States of America. And no people have done more to promote human progress than the citizens of our great nation. Our nation is witnessing a merciless campaign.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Thomas Allen.
an inmate. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
What's up, Alabama?
What's up?
You made it back in line for us.
Yeah. There ain't nobody on the phones. We got 4, 5, 6. Got 7 phones, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people on. So there's 2 phones open.
You ready to hear? You ready to hear from the President Donald Trump? Right now, we were listening to his speech. I don't know. He gave a speech at Mount Rushmore, and my stepdad said we need to listen to it.
Hey.
What?
You remember that white dude, older dude that killed them 2 damn girls in that park over that bridge here in Wisconsin?
Which one? No, I don't know.
Oh, I think I remember what you're talking about. By the railroad bridge?
You know, it shows them walking across that bridge or whatever, them 2 girls. That's the last time they seen them. Or that dude, it may have been that dude. I forgot what, if it was the girls that he killed, the 2 underage girls.
Yeah, he killed 2 girls.
Yeah, I don't think that happened in Wisconsin.
It didn't?
No,
I thought it did.
No, it happened in
I thought
another
they
state.
got him or know who it is now.
Yeah.
They finally found out from that messed up photo. They actually found out.
Did you know that when he was talking to his loved ones, he confessed 5 times to them about the murder? They recorded him on the phone talking to his loved ones, his mama or whoever the hell he was talking to. He confessed to the damn, even though he's pleading not guilty. He confessed 5 times. That was on the news. That was on the news a couple of days ago.
No, I didn't know that. We all didn't
because
know
they
that.
cannot connect him. Even though he was in the area, he was the only one in the area when it came up missing.
Scooby Doo. Hey, you ready to hear Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore?
The Donald Trump Mount Rushmore speech.
Yeah, I guess.
You're going to love it.
You're going to love it.
Guarantee it.
I just hope that damn Florida fucking, I can't stand it. I can't stand that fucking governor for fucking Florida, bro.
DeSantis?
Yeah, Alabama's a
Stand that
Democrat.
son of a bitch, man.
You're a Democrat,
no,
bro?
I am not a Democrat. I ain't nobody.
You're
I
a
ain't
liberal?
nothing.
Are you, for
I am
real?
nothing.
Alabama's
No, I
an
am
independent.
nothing.
You're busy voting for the Clintons and Obama and shit?
Hey, Trump, don't even come up with that word independent, because that's what Trump fucking said he was. He was independent.
Yeah, I told you
No,
he's not
he
even
never said he was that. He straight up said he was a Republican. He was going to run as one, and he turned that party around. They need to be a little bit stronger. They're still a little.
But that's a strong speech, though.
We're going to hear
I
the
don't even-
strong speech.
When it comes to damn politics, I don't even give a shit about either one, because they get each other's fucking back in the fucking end anyway.
To wipe.
You ready to hear your military leader,
That's
Donald
right.
Trump?
We got to hear Uncle Trump.
Uncle Trump.
Daddy
Trump.
Trump.
Trump. Trump. Trump. Trump. Trump. Trump. Trump.
Daddy.
About
My
our
real dad.
history, defame our heroes, erase our values, and indoctrinate our children. Angry mobs are trying to tear down statues of our founders, deface our most sacred memorials, and unleash a wave of violent crime in our cities. Many of these people have no idea why they're doing this, but some know exactly what they are doing. They think the American people are weak and soft and submissive. But no, the American people are strong and proud. In our schools, our newsrooms, even our corporate boardrooms, there is a new far-left fascism that demands absolute allegiance. If you do not speak its language, perform its rituals, recite its mantras, and follow its commandments, then you will be censored, banished, blacklisted, persecuted, and punished. That is why I am deploying federal law enforcement to protect our monuments, arrest the rioters, and prosecute offenders to the fullest extent of the law.
I don't know, man. When I hear him say stuff, dude, I just feel some Americana.
That wasn't it. That wasn't the one.
Well, then I got this 10-foot pole.
Go
get it. Go get it.
I want to go. I want to go butt first.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't.
Richie Pop.
I can't find this, man. Are you still there, Alabama? What do you think about that speech, Alabama?
I guess. I mean, like I said, I don't really side with any politics, man, because we had both Republican and we have a Democratic government in here, and nothing's happened in the fucking. They're supposed to cut this damn prison in half,
Mount Rushmore right there.
and they still ain't done nothing. And Scott Walker damn sure wasn't going to cut no goddamn prison sentence. All he was going to do is fucking make the goddamn prisons more, where we can incarcerate more fucking citizens. Fucking Tony Evers is the one that said he was going to. Tony Evers is the one that said that we were going to cut the fucking prison system in half.
They are. Because they're letting anybody that had a crime to do with marijuana are getting out. The ones that were the first offenders with dealing with cocaine are going to be getting out.
You remember Scott Walker's the one that resurrected that fucking hearsay law, where anybody can spit fucking words in there,
Yeah.
and and say, hey, I seen motherfucker down at the damn bar, and motherfucker was nowhere near the damn bar, and the goddamn what's kind of system, and be like, oh, thanks for being a snitch, a lying snitch. Now we got a witness, and we throw this motherfucker back in damn prison. That's what the goddamn law was all about. Where you can just spit fucking words in the fucking air. That's what the fuck I'm in here for, man. Words spit in the fucking air.
Well,
There's nothing to back up any damn thing that I'm being accused of. But yet, this word spit in the fucking air.
You want to hear another one of Trump's speeches during the 4th of July?
I guess.
All right.
That's one I watch right there.
Your name is Dad, and you approve.
Chad, why not? I'm the
Yeah, I
aircraft
approve of
production
this.
superintendent at the 114th Fighter Wing. I grew up in Colton, South Dakota, and I joined the South Dakota Air National Guard in 1990.
Spirit, but of wisdom, philosophy, and reason. And yet, as we meet here tonight, there is a growing danger that threatens every blessing our ancestors fought so hard for, struggled, they bled to secure. Our nation is witnessing a merciless campaign to wipe out our history, defame our heroes, erase our values, and indoctrinate our children. Angry mobs are trying to tear down statues of our founders, deface our most sacred memorials, and unleash a wave of violent crime in our cities.
So you were touched by the fact that people are seeking to tear down national monuments in this nation?
Yeah, like General Lee.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
And get rid of our fucking Dixie flag, which has nothing to fucking originally, and I can say this because it originally was not made.
Flag. That was a battle flag.
It is called a rebellion flag because the original reason why the Dixie flag, Alabama original flag, was made is rebellion against the fucking government. It wasn't until later on that it became a racial symbol by citizens, certain citizens. But when I get the fuck out of here, I am getting me a goddamn Dixie flag. I will put a goddamn Dixie flag sticker on the back of my fucking vehicle because that goddamn Dixie flag was not a goddamn originally a fucking racial fucking flag, and that was my goddamn fucking damn flag of my damn state that I was born and raised on. And since it originally was not a racial flag, then I can fucking do it. That is my constitutional fucking right.
And
if anybody don't like it or anybody threatens my fucking life with it, then I will take care of them.
And the South will rise again. I'm just playing. I used to actually say that to.
I got a fucking.
This state, he's leaving. He's putting that sticker on the back of the car and he's hauling ass out.
I used to say that to Alabama.
Hell no,
when
I ain't hauling ass nowhere. I ain't scared of no fucking human being.
Hey.
I got a Alabama map on my fucking wall.
It's not about being scared. It's about having enough of Wisconsin. I don't know. Did you?
You don't even eat cheese in there. You don't.
Do you know how many rednecks are here in fucking Wisconsin?
How many?
Want to be rednecks? I should say. You got to be a redneck. You got to be at least in Kentucky.
Hey, how many are we talking?
I got
that thing you just said there. I'm from Wisconsin, way up in there in the Pensacola situation.
You got to be like the like the Averys. They say like, "Hey, don't you know?"
I got an Alabama map on my damn wall, and then above it, I cut out of a magazine a thick cover. The cover of the magazine was real thick. The word Dixie, and I put the fucking Dixie word, and it's big as fuck. Above my, take the right to the top of my Alabama map that's on my wall above my damn bed, and you can see it when you walk by my damn room. If you look through the damn window of my door, you can easily see it, or you can easily see it when my door is open.
Now they think you're a rebel now.
Well, it has nothing to do with being a rebel. I stand on my fucking flag.
Talking to the mic, sir.
For it being turned into a racist flag, I don't stand for that. I stand for what the fuck it originally stand for, and that it's my damn state flag that I grew up on.
Well, I was gonna say there was a guy there was two guys I worked with, and they used to tell jokes. They used to kind of like pick on this one guy, right? And he was black, but he had that what's it called? Vertigo?
Michael Jackson disease.
Yeah, well, he did. And so what they would do is they would call him a koi fish, and they were like, they're trying to have guys that like laugh about it. But I'm not saying that they did it because he was black, because they would mess with everybody. These two guys, man, these two white guys. I mean, they're real arrogant. I mean, even with me, like I said, I make chili, and that one guy was like, "Oh, Hormel chili," like he thought I was gonna pour some stuff out of a can for this chili contest and bring it and be like, "Try my chili," like I was ghetto poor, and the one guy, he started off there in carpentry, and they ended up getting him in. He ended up, I tipped my hat off to him, getting into the machining aspect, and he ended up probably making like $35 an hour at that point, and he would get the overtime. And when you worked Sundays there, you got double time. But anyhow, they kept egging on the one guy that had that disorder, and so the guy quit, and he got an attorney, and his attorney sued the company I was working for, Falk, and said that these guys are racist and they caused them to quit, and that they had caused them mental anguish. And when the lady, his attorney was interviewing one of the guys, he had a Confederate flag on his arm, and that just pretty much just put the nail in the coffin right there for him. Yeah.
Well, Richard Harvey, you're a witness. I mean, you was in here for several years in here. Was I ever racial to anybody?
No, you only hated one. I mean, one guy. No, I'm just kidding. No, you weren't racist.
I mean, I love everybody until they start fucking bitching about another race fucking keeping them down. That shit fucking pisses me off right there. You can only keep your own fucking self down. Because somebody turns you away doesn't mean you have to fucking stop fucking looking.
Absolutely. Just because someone turns you away.
No,
you're right.
Me off.
You're right.
You don't think white motherfuckers get turned down by a fucking job?
I'm trying to talk to you. You just ruined the joke. Don't do it no more. You got to go in there and have to pump you up then. God literally was going to sell a joke. You ruined it. There was something about what you said. You're like, just because the guy wants to look away, you don't want to go. I was going to turn it into a gay joke, and you ruined it.
I look away, too, if someone's trying to give me a reach around.
Close your eyes.
If I close my eyes, just whisper in my ear.
And if you want, from now on, I'll put the Dixie flag next to your photo. You want me to do that? Are you there?
I don't give a shit, bro.
I thought you hung up. I thought you either hung up or they're on to us.
I don't give a shit. I'm
Dude,
going against enough evil fucking forces around here. I don't give a shit.
Listen, you might get some mail if I do this.
Dude, I was just thinking that. I was just thinking that if somebody.
I don't want.
But the right person might see it, or the right. Yeah, it's all about the right person.
I don't want to be fucking sponsored. I don't want to be sponsored by the goddamn Proud Boys or anybody to get me the fuck out of here. So I don't want that goddamn flag being put up there.
Well,
because I'm not gonna fall for fucking any goddamn race fucking antwork.
Can I have your permission to? I can portray you.
You want to hear something super crazy about those Proud Boys? A lot of them ain't even white, and the leader's Puerto Rican. Boom, drop the mic.
The leader looks black, dude.
Yeah.
The leader looks black. He doesn't look Puerto Rican. He looks black.
When you say stuff like that about like them being racist and this and that, and
they
just love their country. Yeah, they love their country. Fuck yeah, I want to live in a place that I don't have to pay fucking taxes outrageous like that for. Yeah, I don't want to. If I get a gift card from my job, like hey, there you go, here's $20. At the end of the year when I pay my taxes, I don't want to pay I don't want to pay taxes on my $20 fucking gift card. Because somebody already paid taxes on the gift card to purchase it. And then I pay taxes when I bought my shit. So they need another handout in taxes. How many times can you tax an item?
One more time for just
Dude, I get
thinking
so
about
fucking
it.
pissed about it. Just fucking pissed.
Just thinking about buying something. You got the thought tax.
Where you at, Alabama? What do you mean? Hold on.
Stop it! You just
Where
gave
are
an
you?
idea.
Hey,
What?
let me put it this way: if I let a racist, a white supremacy group get me the fuck out of here, I might fucking go join the goddamn the terrorists. What do you call them fuckers over there? ISIS or whatever you call them.
God.
Oh man.
I might as well go fucking down. Let them goddamn sponsor me the fuck out of here.
Oh, they'll sponsor you. All right, they'll bring you there. You'll learn all that stuff, and then they'll make an example.
You don't want to go there.
I just want my goddamn justice, man. I want my due process. You know?
Do I have your
If you
permission?
if you can't fucking prove any of my fucking guilt, then why the fuck are you abusing your goddamn power and throwing me into this? Ain't fucking some foreign country where it's fucking democratically or not what do you call it? Fucking tyranny or whatever you call that?
Tyranny.
Fuck tyranny. Yeah, this ain't no fucking tyranny, fucking damn country, man.
Properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
This is fucking America, where the sky's supposed to be the limit, where you're supposed to have an opportunity.
Absolutely, and you're
You got
allowed
no
to make
fucking
mistakes.
opportunity here in Wisconsin. Once they grab you, and throw you behind this damn fence, you ain't got no fucking opportunity, man. I've been fighting my goddamn trying to get people for 9.5 fucking years, man. And they take your internet away from you. So I have to rely on people like Richard Harvey, man, that does not like getting on the fucking internet. So, and that's why I keep crying out there for listeners of the 401 you said that are on Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, it's over
One of
400.
them
We got
that
over
just-
400 followers right now on Rumble, and we got listeners on YouTube and on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast.
I just
Soon to go
I
on
just
TikTok.
want somebody
Oh yeah,
I can
TikTok,
talk to
Facebook.
that can,
Hey, we're gonna be launching the Facebook and Twitter.
1 minute remaining.
Hey, get back in line. We want you back on the. We want you just keep calling in here, man. We're gonna keep talking.
hey,
We got
What?
but I want
things.
a listener. I want a listener that loves to be my eyes, ears, and mouth out there. That
Very
when
good.
I ask
We're gonna
them
find you a henchman.
to do something, they I love it. You
Hey.
know, they have an orgasm, fucking saying, I'd love to do this for you, man.
Hey, you're gonna get back in line, right? Get back in that line. You're not doing nothing tonight.
Yeah,
It's Saturday
keep
night.
going
You're on the
on.
Manwich
You didn't
Show.
even tell us what happened to your game last week when you
You're
blew
not
us
going
off.
to the prison dance.
No, he went to the prison dance last week. When his game, you didn't even tell us how your game ended last week. With your,
Oh, it was a wild game.
Well, you can tell us all about it when you call back.
Yep. We want to hear all about it. Show us that you're human. Make somebody fall in love with you and want to help you. Hear your story,
Someone
see
out
the
there.
injustice.
Someone's gonna bump into that. They're gonna see it, and be like, "Hey."
Well, just listen to damn Richard Harvey, man.
They cut
Someone's
him
gonna
off.
say, someone's gonna say, "I got that same flag on my wall."
It's not about that. It's about hearing the story and then.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you know what? Camaraderie. There's nothing
Yes.
wrong with that. Nothing
Right.
wrong with some
There isn't.
camaraderie.
Yeah, nothing wrong with camaraderie. I don't know about camaraderie, but kamikaze. No.
Yeah. Well, I'm not your comrade.
And you read
like
all those
you're-
books?
Like a
And
fucking.
you read all those books? Ew.
What?
You don't know. No,
That word's not just a commie word.
no, I just said.
If you're a
'cause
bookworm, where do you
mispronounced.
take a shit?
In the soil.
We're in a bookworm shit.
So, are we going back to the speech? You want to hear the rest of the speech?
I want to hear Voltron.
Voltron?
Oh no, we're doing for Trump right now because he's
I'm gonna
like.
take a little break here.
There's some Scooby Doo snacks.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Oh, we got a new caller.
That's him. That's Alabama.
No, that's the new guy.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Ryan.
Oh, that's
an
Ryan.
inmate at Prairie View Chine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is 26. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey Ryan, you're on the Manwich Show. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, man? I'm doing my best right now.
That's all we can do nowadays, right? Is do your best, man. Nobody wants to do their shitty, hey?
Well, no,
Yeah.
the thing about it with Ryan is that he's been having trouble, with his relationship with his fiance, and he messaged about it. I guess maybe next time I'll shoot you guys the email, so you get the memo. But go ahead, Ryan. You tell it's your story. I know you. I read it on the email account, but a lot of guys in your situation, they'll feel for you, especially those who aren't in there anymore and are watching the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'll try not to get emotional because it is hard, but yeah, I mean, she's never been through this, so there's a lot of resentment, and she's having a really hard time forgiving me. So that just puts me in a spot of mentally being a bad person, and I'm an alcoholic like we talked about last time, and I just feel the person that I love most is, I don't want to say hating me, but is having a really, really hard time with the whole situation. And we haven't talked in a couple days, and I don't really know what to do about it other than just continuing to do what I have been doing, but it just doesn't seem like it's there's no real good good solution. It sucks. And then being in prison when all you have to do is I work out 3 times a day and I'm in my Bible, but all you have to do is think, and what the whole what ifs, or if I would have done this, or if I would have done that, and it just sucks because I've hurt so many people in my life with my addiction, and 3/4 of my family is dead from alcoholism, and then now I just let down the most important person in my life, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't think she's going to leave, but it just sucks knowing that you hurt the person that you love the most, and that they're having a hard time forgiving you. And I still got 3 years left to go, and the fear of the unknown is a horrible, horrible feeling. It's hard, and I struggle with really bad anxiety and depression, and
Ryan, you know what? The last time you were on the show, we were listening to you talk and hearing your story. We didn't ask really enough questions. Like, how long have you been with your fiance? Because you said she does drug and alcohol counseling, right?
Yeah, we've been together for a little over 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, she's obviously really empathetic, and she understands, and she gets it. But
I have to ask another
also,
question. During this 2 times, is this your first time just basically falling off the wagon in your relationship? Or you said you had quite a few already, so this is your first time, right, in the 2 years?
This is my third time being incarcerated. I haven't been in a relationship or like in love or anything like that previously.
Since you've been with Grace, has this ever happened before where you were arrested for operating while intoxicated?
No, never.
It's your first time, okay. So for about 2 years, you're able to keep it clean?
Yeah, I mean, I've had moments of sobriety. You know, I had 5 years of sobriety back from 2008 to 2013, and you know, things just. I just wasn't. I always got complacent and never stayed committed to what I was doing, and then things just like once one thing went bad.
So it will take a strong relationship for you guys to talk it through. Sobriety is not just one person's job. It takes both. So if your fiance is there for you, you guys need to talk it through. And I only speak from experience with family members being addicted and being incarcerated for the same thing that you're going through right now. It'll take a strong individual and the ones that love you to help you through this hard time. And you have to stay strong for yourself, not only for yourself, but the ones that are around you that love you.
Yeah.
Hold on, Ryan, because when Megan's speaking from experience, in your situation, how could you relate?
So my brother, he has been sober for a very long time, but he went down. You know, he was I would say alcoholic, and he had 7 or 8 DUIs. I'm not 100% sure, but he spent a long time in prison.
Yeah.
And if he got revocated, he would have missed his daughter's entire life. They would have been 18 already and gone. But he stayed sober for his family. But it took the people around him and himself to stay sober and go to the AA meetings and seek medical treatment for the addiction, because it is truly an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have. I mean, her and I have. We have fantastic communication. You know, we not having the visits doesn't help. We only get 20 phone calls a week for 15-minute phone calls, and you know, to a lot of people that seems like a lot of phone calls, but it really isn't when you're trying to, you know, hash a lot of stuff out and, you know, work through some stuff. But I work the steps in here daily. I have a step working guide that's like very in depth. I do a lot of, like, I do a forgiveness, this forgiveness book. I do a lot of like self-help, but even when I get out there, I'm gonna continue with needed treatment because, you know, like
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, it's different when you're not in there. You have to deal with, you know, other things that come up in life, you know, because nothing's perfect in an adult world. You know, your car breaks down, you lost your job, dishwasher's not working. You know, nothing ever goes right, but you just gotta work through those things, you know.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, you know, the real life is shitty, and obviously I haven't handled it well out there previously, hence, you know, my 6th DUI and being in prison for my 3rd time. But what I do know is that I'm fully capable and fully willing, and I have like the drive and the desire to stay sober and, you know, quote unquote, break that chain of like what my parents did and what other family members did. Like, I don't want to be the person that like people out there see me as. Like, I don't want to be that person anymore. Like, it sucks. It's shitty. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. And I've had moments of sobriety. It's way easier to deal with the hard shit and be sober than to use and run away from my problems and end up in prison.
Yep, the problems always come back, no matter how much you drink or if you use drugs or whatever. They're always there.
Yeah,
you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, I'm trying to keep my faith with everything. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to stay positive and put one foot in front of the other every day. I got a commitment to go to Gordon, which I'm super grateful for, and I think it'll be, you know, beneficial to leave Prairie du Chien and go and work an 8-hour job, like cutting trees down. I love doing physical labor, but I'm grateful for that. It'll be a change of pace, and hopefully things can improve from there, you know. But right now, it's a lot of downtime. Prairie du Chien is, I mean, it's what you make of it. I try to stay.
So there's no
busy as
jobs?
possible every day. I mean, I clean the bathrooms, but there's no work. There's like 3 people doing work release.
Dude, there's no real jobs. I thought that was like a workplace.
Yeah, it's not at all,
Man, that's
actually.
a joke, man.
Really?
You gotta be.
Hey, you gotta
be
get.
here
Listen.
for 6 months.
Hey, you got it for what? Before you can clean toilets? I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm saying, but you gotta wait till you 6 months for what? To work at a real job?
Yeah, so you got to be here, or you got to be a minimum custody inmate for 6 months before they even consider you for work release.
Well, okay. Now,
Here.
did you go to the law library? Is there one there?
So, no, there is one here, but
Hold
you
on,
have
he's
to
at
have
Prairie, he's in Prairie du Chien.
Oh, you're a minimum.
Yeah, but there's no work
Yeah.
release. I thought there would have been work release there. That's like saying
No,
you're
there's-
around. Go ahead.
No, there's one work release job, but there's only 3 people that work it. Like, it's really not a work release place. Like, this place is pretty bad. To get to the law library, you have to have an open case. So the librarian doesn't even let you in. Like, the guy that runs it doesn't let you in unless you have an open case.
And see,
He's
that's
also haven't
I
been here
brought
for
that
the
up.
last week and a half.
I brought that up so you can get that. You can get the address to Madison. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll talk to. There's this guy I talked to, and I'm not trying to say he's a jailhouse lawyer, but I mean, like you know, what I mean, like Dave doesn't have the address to Madison.
No, Dave doesn't really, like, he knows stuff, but he doesn't, like, really know a whole lot of stuff. There's not a lot of people here that know much of anything. And
I'll talk to a guy.
library-
Check it out. I'll talk to a guy and see what can be done. I know a guy that he does motions, and he probably has the address to Madison, and if not, he knows the route to go to, you know, put the things in motion so you can have, ironically enough, no pun intended, a motion put in so that you can receive that early release, the ERP program.
Right. Yeah, it's I mean, prison's obviously not great, but everything's always shut down here. Like, it's understaffed, so things aren't even really open all of the time to be able to do what you want to do.
How much you got? 2 years left, right?
I got 3 years left.
Oh yeah, I'll see what's up.
November 26th.
Calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Tell Grace that where you telling you, but I'm telling you that I'll see what's up with this guy, because I've had him do motions for others, and I'll see what he can whip up.
I appreciate it, you know, and I appreciate this platform. I appreciate you guys and what you do. It's really, I think it's so important. I think it's just a nice way for a person like me to be able to, or anyone to be able to like just get whatever they're dealing with, get it out there, and I just appreciate you guys so much and what you do.
We thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
Yeah, people need to hear these stories, People need to hear stories like this, because in your situation, you never received the ERP, and that's what it's meant for. The ERP is meant to cut a guy slack. Granted,
1 minute remaining.
You do the AODA anyhow, and this is a way of like, what would be the word? It's kind of like how giving a man a help, man, putting a hand out there to lift him up. That's what it's supposed to be for. Hey, we're gonna let you go. If you want, you get back in the phone lines. We're gonna take another call, okay, from another caller. All right, Ryan. You have a good one, brother. If you want, call again though. If you want, call again.
Have a good night. Yeah, call again.
Hello, you have a prepaid. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey, Richard, how you doing today?
Oh, what's going on, Richard Harrison? I was ready to say Mr. Harrison.
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Okay.
Now, you say you're doing pretty good. Hey, you said you're doing pretty good, so I want to hear something good then. What's going on? We want to hear something good.
I got outside. That's my upbeat for the day. We had something happen here I wanted to talk about that I think is important for your viewers.
Okay.
Let's rock, man.
So what we had this couple days ago here was we had inmates washing our dishes with a toilet brush in a trash can.
Oh, that's crazy, bro.
I know just me saying that is just like, oh my God.
Dude, where's the sponges, man? Where's the sponges?
No. Right. So this was a for real deal. It was a used toilet brush in a junk, garbage can. They were washing dishes, and the guards didn't even care until they were the ones eating off the trays.
So what? Then somebody cracked the joke like, "Hey, you like that burger? You know where it was made?" Did somebody? How did the guards find out?
So we had a kitchen set up here. It's right next to their desk. They weren't paying attention, and one thing led to the next.
So nobody in the
nobody
kitchen
knew. Nobody was looking in.
The head in the kitchen, the head guy in the kitchen, he didn't say, "Hey, look, we don't have any sponges or Brillo pads."
What? Why would you even think that a toilet brush in a trash can when there's a perfectly working sanitation machine a foot and a half from you? There's just these people here, with these trains of thought, but the guards didn't even care until they found out they were eating off those trays that were just cleaned with a toilet brush.
Fucking dehumanizing.
And the guards
it was
were laughing.
super.
Hey.
I just got up. I had a whole meal and I was starving. I got up, walked my tray over, and just put it down. And said, "I'm done." I can go without. I guess you figure the situation.
I would have just put all my food in the toilet and then started smiling.
That's crazy, man. We're not laughing at you.
Yeah,
We're laughing with you, brother.
No,
That's
hey,
crazy.
This is real talk. I just thought you guys might want to know that literally
Absolutely,
just happened.
man.
Man, and people like
And
you said,
I was
the
like,
train of
oh
thought
my
there.
God, I've seen everything, and then I've seen that, and I was nope, I haven't seen everything yet. So
Why would there be
that
a
was
used
pretty-
toilet brush in the kitchen? First of all, like why would somebody really do that?
Right. Why would you even go get one?
I'll tell you this.
Why would?
Because people are fucking full of demons, man.
You know what? I'll tell you what.
No, it's just a horrible situation here.
I bet those guards were laughing. Richard, I bet those
they were
guards
laughing until they realized they were the ones eating off the trays with us. Yeah.
Yep, they were right there with the dirt.
Yeah. Then it was so funny. Then
oh yeah.
Yeah. Then they were like, oh
then
God.
it was time to crack skulls. I bet. Mm-hmm.
Then they kind of shut everything down, and tried to correct it. But it all goes back to there's more violations than just that here taking place at this institution. There are 168 inmates on my unit, and there's 6 toilets. And I want you to do the math on that. 168 people, individual human beings. There are 6, and I repeat, 6 toilets, 3 on each side. If you need to go, it's too bad. Because you're shit in the cup.
So probably a lot of people coordinate with another person, just like You know how
No,
females have
no,
a
it's Russian
Yeah,
roulette.
First come, first serve.
Illegal.
Well, that's what the garbage buckets are used for.
Yeah, you can't. It's illegal. You can't do that. You know, and nobody seems to want to stand up.
Hold on.
You know, I
So you're telling
understand
me?
that
Hold on.
people do stuff.
You're telling me
you're in jail.
you got three. So you got 3 stalls on each side.
On each side of the unit.
Okay, now
Yep.
hold on.
The
So
toilet. Yep.
are you telling me that you? Because I know, like you, from what you said, your background in employment. Are you saying to the viewers that it's against the law for what would be like 90 people to share 3 toilets? I mean, is there like some kind of code against that?
For an OSHA standard, you can't have 3 toilets. Even if you broke that down into half, let's just say an even number, 80 per 3, all right? So 80 per side, even though there's 168 here, 80 and 80 is 160, whatever. So you go like this. So you got 80 people for 3 toilets. I don't know a household that can handle 3 toilets with 5 people in it.
I have 2 people in one house, and it's 1 toilet, and I'm wishing for a second toilet. I mean, I couldn't even imagine that. I couldn't even imagine that.
See, and it's OSHA violation, and this is what takes place just so the viewers understand. I went and researched it many a times. What they do is they get fined. They say, okay, you get X amount of years to correct it. They say, okay, doesn't happen until somebody complains again. They file a lawsuit. They get paid out. They get fined. The fine's cheaper to pay than build a $10 million building, to fix that. These buildings were built in 1986. They've got, and this prison, by the way, was only built for 300 inmates. There are 2,151 inmates here right now.
Oh, my God.
So you need to really back up and think about that. That's why when I try to explain to people my case, it's not just about my case anymore. It's about this whole system in its whole. This is a freight train with no brakes.
It is
flying down the road, and it's like flying. These tracks they're red hot, and all they're doing is praying that the damn thing makes it through their town. And if it crashes, hopefully it's not in our town, because then it's not our jurisdiction. It's not my problem, and that's what's going on. If you were to slam on the brakes somehow, what do you got? You've got 400 train cars behind it that's going to slam into it. That's the judicial system. That's what's going on here. I mean, really, 80 people for 3 toilets? I mean, that's not an exaggeration. I'm not making that number up. We have exactly 168 inmates on this unit here right now. There are 6 total toilets. And you better hope that you ain't got somebody who's got,
attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Like an irritable bowel or something like that, because you know what? I hate to say it like this. It's shit, get moving. Shit, get moving. It's
well, if everybody ate off the same tray with some dirty toilet brushes, y'all about to have some real action going on in the toilet. Just saying.
But they don't. There's no humanity here. This is worse than Twilight Zone. At least in the Twilight Zone, there's a joke at the end of it somewhere along the line. This here is a horror shit show. I mean, I've never dealt with anything like this. I know a lot of people who don't know, and people that do know, have heard me before on your guys' podcast. My name is Richard H. Harrison Jr., and I'm here at Oshkosh Correctional Institution, and I want people to know, just really what's going on. I understand person commits crime, he needs to pay his debt to society, but at what point do you put an innocent person in prison and subject them to this and expect them to come out with a little bit of sanity? I've been locked up for 13 and a half years for crime I didn't even commit. And you're telling me that better hope my bowel movement doesn't align with somebody else's, otherwise I'm going to be shitting and pissing in a cup?
Yeah, that's not right.
Is this a society we live in? I mean, if that's the case, holy crap.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
So my real question is going to be is where's all our tax money going to that we're paying towards these institutions that are supposed to be upkeep and whatever whatnot?
I can answer for you real. Would you like me to give you an answer for that? Because I actually know the answer to that.
Oh yeah,
and that's not me being. Well, they well no, this is a true statement. So they pay the average guard coming in here right now, regardless of mental capacity or anything else, is right around $34 an hour. Then they turn around and they get as much overtime as they want. Some of these guards here are pulling down $6,000 and $7,000 a week. I don't even know how that's possible.
Wow.
That's not even It's not possible. But they're doing slam shifts because they're 12-hour shifts, you know. So if you do 2, that's a double. That's, you know, that's 24 hours. You get a slam shift, that's 36. No person in their right mind should want to do that. But these people here literally do that. I mean, we have officers here right now that their mental capacity, and this isn't me trying to be mean to an officer because they are good officers, you know, are just atrociously out of control mentally, physically, emotionally, and you never know. I mean, you're on pins and needles. You never know what they're doing. You never know what to do, you know, because they're emotionally, you know, they shouldn't even be here. They should never been hired, but they're, you know, they're understaffed, you know, so they pay them whatever, give them whatever. You know, instead of fixing the toilet chair, these guys are buying brand new vehicles for inmates to drive around and behind it, like brand new. There's a $100,000 tractor. There's got inmates driving around here to pick up the trash. But you know, and then what? You know, but you can't fix a $1,200 bathroom problem. And all they do is later on they sell it.
You know damn well if that was your business, they would have shut that shit down. You would have been fine. They would have.
Oh, she would have had me shut down in about 2 seconds. They just showed up with a piece of duct tape and a sign that said, "You better not." That'd have been the end of me. I already know. I've dealt with them before, but here it's a.
You're right, though. It's one thing.
Problem.
It's one thing about being in prison. It's another thing, like actually being tortured while you're in it. Like.
Well, I being tortured.
In my wildest dreams, I couldn't imagine somebody washing my dishes or a plate I'm going to eat off of in a garbage can with a toilet bowl brusher.
Not a used one, not a new one. Yeah. A used one in a rusty old garbage can that people spit and throw their food in. Because you know all the trash cans here, they're not brand new like that. Some of these are from the '80s. You know, I mean, yeah. It's unbelievable the stuff you see here, But changing note, I would like to tell you guys, I don't know if I told you last time about what took place with me and my attorney.
No, go ahead and refresh us.
So my attorney's name is Lisa Goldman. And let me see because I definitely want the viewers to know this.
Oh, I remember that story between you two. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
So her phone number, just so all the viewers know it, is 608-630-9700, and her name is Attorney Lisa Goldman, and I am her client. My name is Richard A. Harrison. The case number is 17CF2770. So she just called me and told me that I called her, but I didn't actually call her. And when I was speaking to her, I figured while I was sitting there and I had her on the phone, I said, you know, I would like to respectfully ask you what your plan of attack is since I should already be released. One, she told me I was delusional. Then she said, well, I need to do the work. And I said, I'm in prison. How do you expect me to get the evidence that you already have in your possession? We've already went through this over the last 6.5 years. And so she got very agitated with me and told me to shut my fucking mouth and then hung the phone up on me. So this is the, quality of attorneys that we're dealing with. You know, I've proven now beyond any court hearing that not only am I innocent, but that my case is the only case in the state of Wisconsin right now that has been stuck in the state courts for 6.5 years. And now they're trying to close it again. Like I say, every time I come on here, I'm trying to get people, to go to my GoFundMe and try and help me. I've recently just gotten reunited with one of my reporter friends. His name is Eric from News Nightly, and he's basically saying that my story is coming up on the chopping block in the next 2 weeks to decide whether or not it's actually going to be allowed or not. If it does, then I will be all over the news again. When they went to the state capitol and they protested for me and everything. I think that if I can get some attention, I think this would end this. My case is an open and closed case. They lied. The investigator was removed from Internal Affairs for lying on police report, which is something that never happens. There's just so many things that have taken place here that you don't get. And anybody out there who's ever had to deal with the legal system, they don't grasp how far they will go. Like I said, it's the train effect. It's an out of control train. So that's it. Sorry.
And is she a public defender, or are you paying for her?
Oh no, she's both. She's a private attorney who is being paid through the public defender's office because the public defender didn't want to touch my case. They said it was too complicated for them. So they actually hired this lady, And the very first conversation with the lady was, I said, "Hi, how are you doing today? My name is Richard Harrison." And she was like, "Yeah, and what do you got to tell me?" And I said, I don't understand, And she's like, "Well, she was, I don't think we can win this." And I'm like, "Well, we haven't even talked about it. Do you have my file?" And she goes, "No, I don't have your file." She goes, "I just don't want to go up against another judge. I'm trying to become a judge." She goes, "And that will blackball me immediately from being able to do this." And I was like, "Well, then that's fine. I understand where your standpoint. I said, "How about we just have you remove yourself, and we get in front of the court, the judge, and
All
like,
calls
no."
other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
The judge is like, no. So then, we had a second phone call, and I said, "Well, I sent you a letter that we previously discussed." And I said, "Here's the, did you receive it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it says right in there, I shouldn't even be here. I should be freed. There's no reason. There's no evidence. There's no nothing. It actually proves there's actually more evidence showing that I'm innocent versus being guilty." And she was like, "Oh, well, good luck trying to get that, presented to the courts." I was, all right, so, this is the system from which I have to live. I've lost 13 years of my life. I've got teenagers out there, and a grown daughter, who's married with other kids. I've lost out on. I've lost my business. I've got an elderly mother living in Alabama, who has nobody to help take care of her. I know a lot of people go, "Oh, boo-hoo, you shouldn't have gotten in trouble," but I actually didn't do anything. And that's the truth of it, and so the viewers understand. I was offered a 4-year plea deal, 2 years in, 2 years out, and I turned it down. And any person who thinks that, I'm not telling the truth, I will wholeheartedly send them the transcripts. And it was just put on the record. That's one of the very few things that have been put on the record. Because I told them, I said, "No, why would I take a plea deal for something that I didn't do?" But instead, now I'm going to do life until I get, some kind of outside assistance where people start actually calling. I wanted people to call the governor's office, at that 608-266-1212 number and try to get people to call that secretary for the Governor Eveners and say, "Hey, why are you guys allowing this? Why haven't you guys looked into this the way you said you were going to?" Because, last January and February when they had those 2 protests up on the Capitol, Evers was there. Everybody was there. And he said, "Yeah, I'm going to look into this." Nothing ever happened.
So what are you? If I may ask, I'm new on this show. What are you in for? Do you mind speaking about that?
No, that's the only fine with that. Is first degree sexual assault.
Okay.
Yeah, but
there was no evidence. There's no evidence whatsoever.
Richard,
it's zero.
At the same time, Richard here had how many charges that were all wrapped up together with you? Didn't you start off with 10 charges?
Yeah,
and that was the only one.
I had nine individual cases, and I've got all 8 of them overturned. I'm on my last one right now. They were all proven that those other 8 that were not me. Not only were they not me, that I didn't do any of it. There was people that were lying, people that were just trying to rip me off because I owned a business. It got crazy. There were just charges from all over, and I have 8 individual charges taken up off me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, these weren't all wrapped together. They were 8 individuals, and now I've got, just the last one. But I want to point something else out real quick for the viewers. Tony Evers just passed that new Bill 70 law where people get their jail time credit. Anybody who's been on probation now gets their not the jail credit, they get their probation time day for day is now time served. But what he doesn't tell you is that you actually have to file for it under the 973-155 law, which is the jail time credit law.
Oh wow,
So,
dude!
again,
hey, what I'm gonna want you to send me an email of that for that. Just food for thought, man. No, I didn't know that until right now. That's legendary, for decades they've been talking about that.
Oh yeah, well I've been filing for people here because it's not a retroactive grandfather's law, and you don't get it. You got to go back. You got to figure out your time that you're on probation. That was positive time before you got revoked or anything like that. All that time towards your case, you have to apply for it, and the judge has to give it to you under the new law. So it's a change in new law. So it would be a time time transfer.
You're saying day for day.
Yeah, day for day. But he did it in such a way that
you got to file a motion.
So you got to file it on yourself. And you know what? How many people out of the fucking 60,000 people that are incarcerated are even going to do it, know how to do it, or even going to want to do it?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. When people talk,
that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it I've already done it for 4 people, and I've already granted 4 times. It's already been granted. So, and I'm just, like I said, my thing is this: I'm going to try to help as many people as I can, and that's just all there is to it. I don't ask them for a penny. I don't ask for no help, no nothing. And that's how I do things. It's the same thing when I do portraits. If I think the person's worthy and they're a decent person, I'll whip a portrait out for them real quick. Here, give me a piece of paper to do it on or something. Do it with a pencil, whatever. I try to do everything I possibly can, to try to stay positive in my situation, because it's rough.
1 minute remaining.
So, but hey, you got a minute left,
Bro, you need to get back in that line, man. Get back in that line, because you know what?
Yeah.
That's something.
Well, I know there was another gentleman who said he wanted to call tonight. His name was Pat. He's an older gentleman. And he's been here
that
a
was
long
from you.
time.
That was Patrick Moran. Check out. Is he on the same unit as you right now?
No.
Can you see? So you can't see him at all? All right, because he messaged me like I got the message an hour ago or 2 hours ago.
Okay.
So, but listen, get back in line, bro, because what you're just talking about right now, that needs to get shot from the rooftop. It really does. That day for day stuff.
People
that's
need
for over 20 years. People have been talking about that.
What I'll do is I'll run up and grab the paperwork on it too. So if I can get back on, what I can do is I can actually read off the exact case file and everything for you guys.
All right, yeah, man, bring that, man, rock that, man, for real, run that.
No, I appreciate it.
All right,
give me a shout out for my GoFundMe while I'm waiting in line. Can you do that? You know where it's at.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, you guys. God bless.
God bless you too, brother.
God bless you.
Later, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, one time for the one time. Say something off there. I want to see if I got that. Set that mic up.
Can
right.
you hear me? I don't know. I don't think it's absorbing my voice.
No, it is. Now, what about you?
It is. It sounds so good.
Mine is good.
Yeah, yours
say
is
something.
good.
No, I don't hear it. Somebody. Oh, then you say something.
Yeah, I think I pulled the cord.
Oh, that's all right. All right.
Something.
All right. Let's ask professional now. You guys. Let's ask for professional.
I'm the professional.
No, hers is unplugged.
No, it's not.
No.
No.
You sure?
Oh, we got another phone call.
We got another call.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. You have a prepaid call from
Thomas Allen.
an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. Your account, all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
What's up, Alabama?
What's going on?
Dude, check this out. We got some news from another inmate in Oshkosh. And he talked about they're doing day for day now. Were you here to hear that?
Yeah.
Day for day. Now, well, I mean, this wouldn't matter to you, but because your situation, but there's a lot of guys that have been talking about that for years, man, to have that day for day accomplished. And it's finally come here to Wisconsin.
What is that about?
It means that for every day you are free, it counts towards revocation. So if a person's free for like 4 years, 364 days, and they decide to revocate them and they only have 1 day left of probation, they're gonna, instead of having to, do that whole 5 years of probation, instead of that 5 years of probation now becoming a prison stay, no, they can file and then they'll get that 4 years, 364 day credit. In other words, it'd be irrelevant.
Wow.
Did that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, all right, it did. All right.
Yeah.
You got to apply for
That's
it.
just like when we're sitting in fucking county jail, we get credited for the county jail toward our prison time. Same thing, right?
I don't know, Rich. How's that go?
Yeah. I'm typing something up because the last guy that called, he's got a GoFundMe page, and we want to get his info out there.
Yeah.
Yup, that's him right there.
Posted the GoFundMe.
Yeah, we'll pull that up. We'll chop it up, brother.
Yeah, tell us a little bit.
Well, you wanted to hear about the Birmingham game?
Yeah, that was the Birmingham game. That's right, because you stood us up for that game, and I actually talked to my husband about it, and he told me that Alabama is known for their college football. Like that shit is like Texas serious shit. So, yeah, he gave you some cred behind that. So tell me all about it, because now I'm interested. Because like, I gotta make
Well,
sure I'm in
the
on
Birmingham
everything.
Stallions, the USFL, the United States Football League, is like a professional league. It's for the people that fell out of the NFL, or the people that never went to the NFL, got the chance to get in the NFL. They get to show what they're capable of. And you got east side and the west side. You got northern teams and you got southern teams. And my Birmingham Stallions, they won the championship, every damn thing. They won it last year, and then they won it again this year. And in the championship game, we played against Pittsburgh, which had the number one defense, and we had the number one offense. And our defense kept them to 4 field goals, and their defense couldn't stop us. We had 4 touchdowns.
Wow, you guys
We had
them. What was the end score?
28-12. Well, we gave them 2 opportunities to be in the game. They
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Pat Moran,
an inmate
new
at
guy.
Oshkosh Correctional Institution. Your account, all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Hello, Pat. You're on the Manwich Show.
Welcome to the Manwich Show.
What's going on, Pat?
Hello. Not much. I'm just wanted to call. I mean, I'm locked up here in Oshkosh Correctional Institution in Wisconsin. And we had an incident here that they feel it's okay for our dishes, like our meal trays, to be washed in a used garbage can with a toilet bowl brush.
Dude, this is so
disgusting.
Dude, we just heard this
They
story.
think this is acceptable.
Check this out.
This is acceptable.
You're the second caller from Oshkosh this weekend. Tonight. You're the second caller this tonight. Yeah, you know a guy named Richard Harrison that's there or no?
I've heard of him, yeah.
Yeah, he calls into the show and he's the
he told us all about it.
Go ahead, man. Fill us in, man, from your take, from your vantage view.
Well, and the thing is, the guy that were doing it, I confronted him, and I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, it's okay, we rinsed it out, we sanitized it. I'm like, how do you sanitize it? What do you got? Oh, we put bleach and vinegar in there. I said, well, one thing, you got no access to bleach or vinegar back there, so you're lying to me, I said, 2, that garbage can's been used. That toilet bowl brush, I don't know where you got it, but there's no access to clean ones around here unless you get one from a guard that's in a locked, has it in a locked, like, supply closet. And, they're not going to give you one to bring into a servery area where you prepare food.
Oh, that's absurd.
So the only other option is the bathroom, which is like 10 feet from the servery door, and that's where you're going to get that toilet bowl brush from. So, they tried to justify it, but, the sad part is they got guards that are whining and crying to the governor that they need all this extra money and stuff because of these dangerous conditions they have to work in. Their sole job is to come in here and monitor and supervise inmates. How do you get a 40 or 50-gallon garbage can slid past an officer station into a servery and a toilet bowl brush and start washing dishes with it without them seeing it?
I heard it was one of the garbage cans too that everybody like spits and throws all their crap inside of to make it even more ultra disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, it was thrown right in front of the guard station where they sit. Right there, if they look out the door, they see this bright blue garbage can that they went out, they drug it across the room into the servery. And no staff members saw it.
Unbelievable.
And there's cameras all over. How do you not see this,
Do you know how long it's been going on for?
And, well, that's the question, I brought it to our unit manager. I said, staff did not see any of this, and it was done right under their noses. So how long has this practice been happening? How long have we been eating out of trays that are washed in the dirty garbage can with a dirty toilet bowl brush?
They'll say it's the first time, but only because they got caught. It's the first time they got caught. They'll play the word game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know they've been doing it for a bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I contacted Mario Coran, and I'm trying to get more, like, I'd like to get a hold of news media, you know, like investigative reporters to, you know, bring this to the light to the public. I mean, this is like cruel and unusual punishment. You know, it's a violation of your constitutional rights. It's deliberate indifference. You know, deliberate indifference is when you know that something's wrong and you continue to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Knowing it's wrong.
We're
That's
live.
deliberate
We're
indifference.
live on a lot of platforms right now, so I'm sure that someone from higher ups is watching this and knowing that that is not.
Yeah,
mean
word
at
is
all.
getting out. Word is getting out.
Yeah, I hope so. And if there's anybody that you know would be willing to be in a position that's a lawyer or an attorney that could help us out with this, we'd appreciate any help we could get. You know, I don't know if I should give out my name and stuff over the air because of repercussions here. Because 9 times, I mean, this might be the last time you hear from me because people that speak out in here tend to end up in segregation to be muffled, you know?
What, they put you like in the shoe for a bit and then you like learn your lesson? Is that what they do?
But they put you in segregation, which is the hole. You're in solitary confinement. They bring you away from everybody. You can't have access to phones. Once a week you'll get a phone call and they'll dial the number, make sure it's just a family member, you know, because they don't want this type of information getting out. They try to keep everything in-house. So that's why there's a lot of the public doesn't understand what goes on in here and the conditions that we have to live in. You know, I understand we all did something wrong to get here. We're paying our price for that. Yeah,
but you're
you know,
still
we don't
human.
Have to be punished twice.
You're still alive.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still alive. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a human being just like you. I made a mistake. I'm paying my debt to society, you know, but I shouldn't be punished twice for it.
That's right. And in disgusting ways like that. In disgusting
And, you know,
ways.
a toilet bowl brush. Do you know what human feces does to the inside of a body when you ingest it? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it's called cryptosporidium. It happened in Milwaukee here.
And then some. And then some.
I don't know if you're a Milwaukee resident or if you're around in Milwaukee during the 90s, but that's what happened with waste from animals.
In 93. In 93, because I got crypto when I was pregnant.
A lot of
with my
people were
first
getting
kid.
sick.
And the swimming pools had it.
Yep, and people
It
that
was
had
bad.
underlying health conditions. You had some people that died.
Mm-hmm.
You actually had people that died from drinking that digesting water with poop in it, E. coli or whatever.
Right. I mean, I don't know, is it irreversible or what? I mean, no one knows. I mean, I've never had to deal with it. Hopefully I don't. But, you know, you never know who's going to get sick from something like that. And it's, you know, they have programs in place here for like a culinary arts program. It's called Safe Serve. And you learn how food preparation and, you know, salmonella and all that stuff, how to prevent it, how to keep your surfaces clean, what belongs in a servery or a kitchen, what doesn't. And, you know, after the pandemic, they were real hypersensitive to all this sanitation and, you know, not get germs nowhere. And then right under the guards' noses, they're washing dishes in a dirty garbage can with a filthy toilet bowl brush. So it's like, you know, come on. But I'm really glad your platform allowed me to get some of this out there. And, you know, like I said, I hope somebody will step up and maybe offer some help or some guidance on where to go next with this. I don't want to see it just die out, you know. Before this cuts off, I mean, if you could take me off air so I can give you my information, can people call you and request that or no?
We already got your info when you sent the email to the Manwich, you know, through Corey links.
Okay.
Yeah, so I got your info right now. I got your DOC number, all that stuff, man. But you know,
okay, so yeah, then they can contact me or contact me through you, however you want to do it. But yeah, I appreciate anything you could help and send our way to get this rolling and get some light shedded on it because honestly, I don't want to die in here.
Yeah.
You know, it could come to that, and I'm sure there's between 2,200, 2,500 inmates in here, and none of us want to die. We want to do our time and get back on with our lives and back to our families, you know, and not be subject to these types of things. And you know, and it doesn't end there. I mean, there's a lot of
all calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
This is like right to the core of cruel and unusual punishment, in my opinion. I can't see anything more cruel than that than trying to basically poison somebody with feces.
Nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves that.
Yeah.
And use toilet bowl brushes. We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, there's just no way to clean it. After you use it in the toilet, I mean, the one guy that did it, he says, well, I says, he says, oh, there ain't nothing wrong with it. He ran it through a sanitizer afterward. I said, I don't care. Give me that apple. Let me go to the toilet and wipe myself with it, and then you run it through that sanitizer. I want to see you eat that apple after it comes out the other end. He wouldn't. He said, no, I'm not doing that.
So that's what the other guy brought up. He was like, they didn't bring it through the sanitizer. How come they weren't washing their dishes through the sanitizer? Did anybody say like?
That's a great question. Nobody asked for that. Why weren't they using?
Yeah, like why weren't they using the sanitizer thing? Did they have a breakdown? Did something break? Was there a water fuck up? Like what's going on?
It was working fine.
Oh, it's just
nobody knows.
Literally shit and giggles. Literally.
Yeah, and it's just the big question is how long has this been going on?
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy that got caught up, and they're trying to say that they didn't do nothing wrong, but yet the institution here fired both of the guys that were doing it. They gave them conduct reports, which were major conduct reports, which is the equivalent of somebody out in the streets getting a felony. Like that's the highest conduct report you can get. Like you really did something wrong if you get a major conduct report here. And like a minor is like a traffic ticket, A major is like you committed a felony. So they fired both the guys. They both got tickets pending. Now, you don't get tickets and get fired from your job for doing the right thing. So they know it was wrong. And the Department of Corrections knows it's wrong. So, right there, they don't have to say, oh, well, we didn't know. No, it's all documented now. And that's why I kind of waited a few days before I spoke up by anything, because I want to make sure it got documented and not brushed under the rug. So now there's written documentation on the computers and then there's video footage right in them servers that any lawyer could, obtain that footage and view it for himself and see these guys washing these things in the garbage can. So there's ways to get to it.
That's what he was just saying. That's what he was just saying. They got all those cameras everywhere.
That should be, visual.
There's cameras everywhere, yeah. And in that server area alone, yeah, there's like I think a couple of cameras right in that server area, it's rather small. It's like, but it covers the whole area, so you can see everything going on in there. So a good lawyer I think the word would be like sequester. I mean, I want to sequester that footage for this date. I wrote down the date, the time, all this was going on. And like I said, I did contact Mario Coran, and he got it back to me immediately, and he was like, this is more than disgusting, and he works for WisconsinWatch.org, So hopefully he can maybe get something going too, But I think the more people that dig into this, it would be beneficial for us anyway. Yeah.
Definitely, you ain't hiding that now. Someone got fired for that, like that's on the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got staff that are supposed to be monitoring these inmates, so stuff like that doesn't happen. But yet they're all sitting up above, they're all clustered up behind the sergeant's desk, laughing and giggling and watching YouTube videos and not paying attention to what's going on.
Oh, I bet they're doing TikTok dances. I should Google them and see if they're doing TikTok dances and shit in Oshkosh. I ain't even kidding.
They won't. Their biggest fear is letting the camera get in here. There's big signs out here. No cameras allowed. You can't even have a camera watch in the visiting room. So it's they don't want cameras in here for a reason. But the guards will sit there and they don't. You got white shirts, which are like lieutenants and captains. They'll all sit back there and laugh and joke and not do anything. And you got 55-gallon garbage cans sliding across the floor in front of you, going right into the server. How do you not see that? So it's their sole purpose every day to get up and out of bed is to come to work to supervise and monitor inmates. And you got stuff like that happening. So and then there's this big thing with them all wanting more money with the governor's budget this year. But we're not making enough money for all the hard work we do. You don't do nothing. You sit on your asses and tell jokes all day.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not like guys. It's not like guys are rioting. It's not like guys are rioting. So in the like if you punch a guard, like yourself, but in case anybody has never known, you're looking at 5 years automatic, man. You know, so it's like there's no retaliation in regards to an inmate. You're in there, man. If you got a release date and it's within reach, then you're not.
Yeah.
You're not rolling the dice.
And there's a lot of this, like, oh, we're so understaffed, and poor us, we got these terrible jobs, and we're scared to death every day while we're at work. That's not the case at all. They're sitting there with their backs to inmates up there eating donuts, drinking coffee, laughing, watching YouTube videos. It's not, there's no violence in here. Occasionally there are a couple guys will have a disagreement and get into a fist fight. Okay, that's about as violent as it's going to get. Everything's blowing way out of proportion just to draw money out of the state. They're using that for an excuse to say, hey, we need pay raises. Our jobs are extremely dangerous. That's not the case, but nobody can get a camera in here edgewise to prove different, It's just the way it is. I don't know what else to tell you about it, But, so anyway, I appreciate the time on your podcast.
Well,
I don't know how much time we got left.
Yeah, we got I'll let you know right now. We got 5 more minutes. Pat, we got 5 more minutes,
okay.
man. How about if you mind, a lot of guys may call this podcast like what you just did right now is what they do. They talk. It's their time. We pay it's our dime, but it's your guys' time.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
So, you can talk about whatever you want.
Yeah, well, my main concern was getting that out because I just, these guys in here, we're all like, in our own little way, we're like all brothers, we got to look out for each other in here. And they're not looking out for our best interest.
Well, Pat, how about
it just needs to be exposed.
Pat, how about if you'd like, tell us about yourself, man. Let the viewers know who you are.
Yeah, I'm 60 years old. I'm from Fox Lake, Illinois. I was born and raised, and I was married, got divorced. I got 3 kids. I've got like 9 grandchildren, and
you got a release date, right? You got a release date, right?
I still got I get out in 2029. I broke the law. I got put in here, violated my probation.
Hey, is this your first incarceration? Is this like your first time you ever been in prison? Are you on?
This is my second. This is the second. The first one I did my time, and then I got out. I was on probation, and then I violated my probation and got thrown back in here. And they made me do the rest of my time on probation that I had left. I had to do it here. So once I'm done in 2029, I'm out here. I could get out earlier. We could have what they call the parole. You go see a parole board.
You're under the old law? Hold on. You're under the old law?
Yeah, I'm under the old law. So if I can catch a parole on the old law, then I will go into the last little 3 years I got under the new law, and then I can get out earlier. But until I get parole from the old law to the new law, to my new case,
yeah,
I'll just keep doing time. So I see the parole board every year, and it sounds like this year that they might give me some play, and that's what I'm hoping. I've been down long enough to where they can say, okay, we're going to give you a parole. It'd only leave me another 2 years left on my old law case anyway, and they'd like to keep you on paper here. So once I can get that, then I'll start my new law. So, I got a 3-year sentence on that.
I don't know if this will help you, but what was it? Rich was telling me that they that whole thing where people would always talk about day for day. Like if you're out, you get revocated, that time will count now. Have you heard about this?
Yeah, he was telling me.
He said that's going on. The guy
here was telling me.
So let's say, I don't know how long you were out before you caught your new charge, but there's a good chance that however long it was that you were out between your being released from your first incarceration and your second incarceration. That time you might
8 years.
Dude, you might be able to. You should. Well, in theory, should put into motion. Get a hold of Richard Harrison.
We're
about
trying
that.
to find out.
Yeah, get a hold of Richard
he's in
Harrison about that. Well, I'll
he's
tell you
in
what.
like that thing.
Yeah, I listen because I'm on his. He emails me. He emails the platform.
Okay.
Like Richard's been a regular on the show. Having said that, he's supposed to be sending me the info, so that in turn this platform can send it to others. And having said that, he sent it to me. I'll send it to you. I got your email, but I got your email an hour before we went live, so I don't know when you sent it.
Okay.
And
yeah, I sent it off this afternoon.
All right. Well, and I'll say
1
this.
minute remaining.
Dude, if you want to call again next week, go right ahead, man. We love to have callers in from the prison system because people need to realize that you guys in there that you're human beings, man. Like you said, you made a mistake, but a lot of people make mistakes. There's people out here right now that made mistakes. It just so happened that
they just haven't got caught yet.
Yeah, or they may never get caught. But the point being is that you people need love too in there, man. And that's what this platform.
I appreciate what you guys are doing for us in here, man.
You're still alive.
Hopefully we can get some word out about what's going on in here and get something going because it's got to stop. I mean, if somebody doesn't do something, it's just going to continually get worse.
Yeah. Hey, if you can, let guys in there know about this platform. Like I said, you got the number. Pass the word, man.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
Yeah, I will definitely let them know, and then I will try and call back. We should just do it once a week, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, you can call it twice a week. If you want to get back in tonight, get back in tonight. As long as the line's open, man.
Every Saturday from 6 to 9. You're like, you've gone already?
Yeah. Dang. Well, that was our new caller, Patrick. Cut it. Patrick Moran. Bugs Moran's great-grandson.
That's some crazy stuff that I'm hearing about. I gotta say, isn't that where Mark was at, right?
Yeah, Mark was there.
Mark was there.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Thomas.
an inmate at Pristine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $22. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Guess who's back?
What's going on, bro?
Again.
What's up?
What's up, man? Nah, I've been waiting for a caller. A new guy, he finally got in through. You know what they're doing in Oshkosh right now, man? You're gonna go ahead, Mike. Fill the beans, man.
Dude, they're washing the dishes with toilet brushes inside of a big old garbage can that everybody spits and shit in.
Wow.
A used toilet brush. Used
They
toilet
said they
brush.
sanitized it. They said there's nothing wrong with washing dishes. And the guards were okay until they found out that what they were eating.
Oh, wow.
Man, what would you do in that situation if you found out about that?
I'd start killing my birds. I'd start killing my birds.
Oh, kill my father.
I'd start killing my birds.
Crazy stuff.
Just manually, with my hands, just start killing my birds, right?
Like, who the hell is the one that thought it was alright to do something like that? Like, the guy that was doing that, like, he's just like, hey, everybody washes that nasty-ass toilet with this, and we eat off these trays. Use it to...
I'd take that goddamn toilet brush, I'd take the toilet brush, and I'd turn it around, and I'd shove it right up the goddamn first officer's ass. I fucking seen.
Oh, wow. That's crazy shit, man. Somebody did that stuff. They would actually wash dishes. But then, like, how long was it going on for? You think to yourself, like, the first time they got caught, or is it like, how long has they been doing it for, like, months? It was an easier way than doing it the regular way of washing the trays or whatever, how to get done.
Mike, it wasn't the first time. It was the third time.
It was the third time.
It was the third time.
Yeah, the third time. That's nasty. These people that even thought that was okay to do that, that person.
Hey, Alabama, for a time, he would clean toilets in there, because that was the job. And you remember those jokes I used to tell you, Alabama, when you were cleaning those toilets? I said, I heard it's a turdy job. Right. I had set a string. I'm not making fun of you, by the way. There was a string of them that I used to say.
A string of turds?
There was a string of
Oh.
turds. Like sausages. Like a string of sausages.
Look what I got, Mom. They look the same, like them cut out things like I used to do.
Dude, there was so many. I only remember that one. It's a turdy job, but man, I had like 5 of them. Then, you know what? When I was in this county jail, and people would poop in the unit that I was in, I would go by and I would say, "Man, it smells like a Velocity crapter." And I would say, man. I had so many jokes I would say about people that were pooping, man. Like, some of them I hold back from because they're kind of, but like the PG one, the Velocity crapter, Sasquatch, you could figure it out where I'm going with that one. Yeah.
Sasquatch with the big plop. Whatever.
Dude, I hope this damn month goes by quick, man. You hear me?
What'd you say?
I said I hope this month goes by quick.
Oh, it's gonna go. The month.
I'm ready for college football, man.
Oh, you ready for that? It's gonna go
And
slower
of
now.
course I'm ready. Of course I'm ready for NFL football, but fuck NFL over damn college. I'd rather watch college football than NFL football any day.
I'm not ready to watch any of that stuff. I just want to enjoy summer and just enjoy it, man. And just the fall time can come later because it took so long for summer to show up. It just seemed like it always takes so long. I just want to be warm. I want to be outside. I want to move around. That's the only time I can really move around a lot. In the wintertime, I'm heavily disabled. My joints freeze all up. It's horrible.
The other people that are in there with you would like to watch that same type of football?
Oh, you know they do.
All they like to watch up here is NFL.
NFL. Dang, they don't. So, like, do you get your own time on like the TV, or do you have to read about it?
No, I got my own TV. I got my own TV in my room. I got my own radio in my room. So I listen to either ESPN or radio. I'll listen to a game on the radio, and I'll turn the volume down on TV, and I'll watch another game on TV.
Oh, okay.
And I'll listen to another game on the radio.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I tell you what,
I try to find
you talk.
all the,
Hold on, Alabama. You talk and watch the bar rise.
All right, I'm gonna talk. What's
there
going
you go. You got to talk into it. That's the problem.
Why? Is there something going on?
Yeah, when you're backed off, move like 3 inches away. I mean.
Hello, can you hear me now?
You see how?
Dude, it's like, oh yeah, I got to be right up into it.
Yeah, you got to be right in there.
I got to be.
Gotta give it kisses.
Oh baby, I want to talk to you, Alabama, about football,
Tell
college
more.
football.
Tell us more.
Ooh, that one guy, we don't know who he is, but he's great.
He ran really fast.
What color socks?
The other guy, he got 2 color socks on. Illuminati's.
I don't know who the hell our damn new quarterback is for Alabama since Bryce Young went first overall in the NFL last year. So I don't even know who the hell our damn new quarterback's going to be.
Well, at least you guys are gonna get a nice surprise.
Did they already do the pick?
I don't know.
I don't have the internet. I don't know if somebody transferred from
I don't know either.
some other Power 5 college football team and came over to Alabama, or I hope to God we don't have that fucking backup quarterback, man, because all he could do is fucking run the ball, man. When he comes to throwing the ball, he wasn't that damn good at throwing the ball accurately. But he could run the ball, man. I just want to have a good ass damn quarterback because you have to have good quarterbacks and good receivers nowadays. Just to stay with some of these teams that like to cheat and throw over the fucking defense. Throw bombs over the fucking defense. You got to have a good quarterback and some speedy ass receivers nowadays.
Right now, these two are on their phones doing research. They're looking up the USFL right now.
How about Tyler Buchner or Jalen Milroe, maybe?
Yeah, so I guess.
Are y'all looking at the quarterback for Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like Jalen, Milroe, Ty Simpson, Tyler, Butch.
What are the rankings, though? Over the whole country, what are the rankings?
Oh, here it goes. Mac Jones, became the starting quarterback the week after Tua suffered a season-ending injury. Is that old stuff?
Oh, we got another caller.
Oh, another Oshkosh.
Alabama, we're going to let you go, all right? We love you, man.
Yeah, we love you, dude.
We love you, buddy.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from
Richard Harris.
But we love Richard
at
Harrison more.
Oshkosh Correctional Institution. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Welcome back to the Manwich Show.
Yeah, we got Patrick called us, but that's why we didn't pick up the phone. Patrick called and told us all about the same thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, and you know what? When I heard it the second time, like the first time it bothered me, but the second time it almost made me fucking wild. And you know what, Richard? My son is in Oshkosh. My son is in Oshkosh. Yeah.
What unit? What unit is he on?
You know what? I have to say, I don't even know.
Well, if you ever find out, just not to give out the unit, say middle, front, or back. If you ever find out, because if he's up here, I might be able to give him some legal advice or help him out with something. I wouldn't have a problem with doing that. And I'm a decent person, believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I got that law for you. I dug it out for you. What you guys wanted to hear? If you want me to tell you.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so Tony Evers passed a bill in 2023 called the Wisconsin Senate Bill Number 70, Wisconsin 106th Legislature 2023-2024 during regular session. That's what it's under. And it's the 973-155 credit. So it's under the jail time credit. So it would be not jail credit, it would be actual ES probation. Meaning that every day you sit on probation now is day for day, instead of like, well, you set probation, we can turn your 3 years into 9 years kind of deal, So that's the law that was actually came up, and that's the one that I'm going to try to help get as many people. I was actually, prior to waiting to get back on the phone, I was talking to a gentleman here that has 7 years worth of credit, according to him, and he just was revoked for 4.5 years, so I might be able to actually try to help get him out.
Oh, wow. That'd be really cool if you're able to. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I filed twice already, or 3 times already, and 3 times it was successful. But it was just a basic. There was a change in law. I didn't actually quote the whole statute because I wanted to see what kind of response I was going to get. So I actually did what was basically called a boilerplate response. I just wrote to the judge on their behalf, said, due to new law change, this person was started their probation on this date. They were taken into custody for probation and parole violation on this date. And then I just added the days up and then had them send it with a verification. It was just something simple. And all of those 3 people got it granted. So I think that was a pretty positive scenario. Now, does every judge do that? Does some judge want to kind of cause a problem, or start something like that? So that's kind of how it goes. You gotta kind of feel them out, and see what's gonna happen. Like I said, the law here is not really exactly, it's I don't even know how to really truthfully explain it to you. When a law is passed, it's supposed to be followed. Wisconsin does whatever they want to do. They choose to take it upon themselves to be like, okay, so the law was passed. Is there any gray areas of this law so we can go ahead and screw the person again?
Yeah, it's virtue signaling. They just virtue signal. They pass laws that pass them to make them look good, and they get reelected, and then it's business as usual. It's business as usual.
Well, your viewers and everybody, and you guys too, to also understand something that probation and parole has actually been doing. It's an illegal action. It's actually an extremely illegal action. So a lot of people don't know if you're sentenced, like say I was sentenced to 2 cases of concurrent sentence, say 3 years apiece. It's all one case, but there's multiple charges on it. Say like it was a burglary or theft or something like that. So let's just say that that's hypothetical. Now in that case, I get 3 years on one, 3 years on the other. The judge says I'm going to run these cases concurrent to each other, which means they're both running at the same time. They have the exact amount of time. They both end at the same time. Probation and parole has been doing what's called the illegal separation. Now, legal separation is where one probation officer decides you've done something wrong, regardless if you've done it wrong or not, and they only revoke you on one of those consecutive or concurrent cases, which now makes that case concurrent consecutive, meaning they're both run wild now. Even though the judge court ordered, both cases are concurrent to each other. So they cannot actually do that. They are not a judge. They cannot change the court order from which you were sentenced. So now the 3 years just turned into 6 years. The 6 years just now turned into 9 years. So out of a 3-year case, you do 9 years if you're lucky. And it can turn into 12 if you keep doing the jail and you get out, jail and get out, back and forth stuff because of probation. But now Tony Evers is actually giving you a day-for-day law under this new Senate bill, but it still doesn't change the concurrent consecutive law. Like I said, if a judge says, okay, you got this one sentence, it's concurrent to this other sentence, you're both running at the same time, then that's what it is. Nobody can change that law. Nobody can change that case but that judge. Probation Pro does it on a daily basis. There are tens of thousands of cases, myself including, and other people that they have attempted to do this to in the past, and they're still concurrently doing it.
Oh, wow.
That's because they make money. They make money on that.
Well, yeah. They decide, they go, well, okay, you got 2 cases. I'm going to revoke you on one. You can't do that. You have to revoke me on both cases, put me back in prison if that's the case, if somebody did something wrong. But it's concurrent. The case has to remain the way it was ordered. The judgment, it says concurrent, then that's concurrent. No probation officer could overrule a judge, but they've been doing it for many, many years, and they've been doing it unchecked. And this is where, why we have 60,000 plus inmates.
Wow.
So.
That's right there in Oshkosh?
What's that? It's everywhere. No, it's not just here. This is all over the state of Wisconsin. This is not just an isolated incident. No, this has been going on. This is actually a common practice. I know for a fact, when I was prior to being here, I was in Green Bay, and it's the same thing everywhere. It's systemic everywhere. Every single place that you go, there is not one person that has, let's say multiple counts on one case, of whatever they've done. And they can say, well, yeah, I got into an argument or something like that, or, me and my girlfriend got into it, or he got caught drinking. They go, okay, well, here's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to put you in jail for a sanction for 90 days, and I'm going to revoke you on that one case. But all of their cases have identical time running concurrently. Now they've changed your sentence structure from concurrent to concurrent consecutive, which they can't do. It's an illegal action that has been going unchecked. And this is where the system is getting totally out of control. People are getting way more time than they ever should have been doing. It's ridiculous.
Megan's phone's always charged.
Yeah.
You got Rumble? You got Rumble?
No, we don't have Rumble on our phones. Is it like an app or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, right now we've got pulled up your GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
And while you're talking, people are seeing both your, the photo you have now from being incarcerated, but also your childhood photo. And so they can see it right here. Help Richard H. Harrison Jr. seek justice, and it's got the GoFundMe logo on the top. So hopefully this will.
And what I would like people to know on that, I don't mean to cut you off, Rich, is that it's not even just about the money. Yeah, of course it is when it comes to trying to get an attorney, but it's about the comments. A comment to me, a positive comment, or just any comment is worth more to me than a single penny, and that's the truth of it. I understand that this is my fight, and I need to fight it, and I need to free myself. I know I'm innocent. There's nobody else that that could ever most likely ever prove that to. I know in my heart I'm innocent. I know trying to prove other people that I'm innocent might never happen. But when I see other people put comments on it, it makes you feel like people actually still care. Like the world's not a loss. Because it's like ever since these last 3-4 years, we've got people out there doing the most outrageous things, and it's almost like it's pure insanity. And so it makes me feel bad, like I'm horrible. It's like, I go, oh my God, I'm in here, people are out there doing crazy stuff. Where's the silver lining in all this? If it's crazier out there and it isn't here, do I just stay here? That's the crazy thought you go through, because you're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, all right, I guess, these guys are shooting up Walmart, so they're not doing that here. So what? They're scrubbing my fucking, my trays with shit sticks and shit,
Dude, and it's happening.
And whatnot.
All that weird shit is happening in cities I've never fucking heard of before. Never heard of before.
Yeah, yeah, they're like, Stone's Throw by Golden Pond or something. Isn't that Golden Pond? Where's that at? You know, oh yeah, he shot 92 people or something like that. Well, how the hell did he afford it? The guy's wearing two different socks and the wrong shoes. How did he afford the AR-15? He's like, what the fuck? I don't know. That's my opinion. I think about that a lot. You know, I have a good heart. You know, I'm the kind of guy.
Who are they talking to?
Calls may be monitored.
Yeah, I know. I'm the kind of guy who sees somebody on the side of the road, stops behind him, and says, "Hey, can I help you?" And I don't ask him for no money, even if they try to give it to me. That's the kind of person I am, and that's not me trying to blow fluff at you. Like, that's legitimately who I've always been. You know, I've always tried to do the right thing. You know, I just got myself around the wrong people, and they took full advantage of me. And now I'm sitting here on the Manwich Show talking to you guys. So, you know, hey, shout out to the Manwich Show. But, no, I just wanted to call you guys back, like you guys said, and I wanted to try to give you that bill. And anything else I learned, you know, if you want, next Saturday, because I'm going to try to get up to the law library if they let me, and I'm going to try to get all the actual statutes down and everything. But
yeah, send that type that stuff to me, man. Type that so I can just copy and paste it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I will say this. I sent you a thing saying Happy 4th of July, and you never even sent nothing back. So, I mean,
I didn't get it then. Maybe I did get it.
What do you mean? They took my 10 cents. Shoot. I said, Happy 4th of July, and we're down in the Manwich Show, Richard Harvey, and I was like, no response. I went, ooh, I said, either he got really super drunk, or he just slept all the way through the 4th of July.
Hold on, I'm gonna look right now.
Happy late 4th of July.
Yeah, happy.
I think they were all
4th of July.
We don't. We don't
they
drink.
They gave us the. Yeah. Now we we were supposed to get brats, and they gave us something that looked like a rat that had been like rolled up with a carcass on it. It was terrible. Oh yeah, speaking of mice, we were stomping them here earlier. They were running through our unit. Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. They're everywhere.
No, you can't.
Rats.
Well, I can say this: when I was in Green Bay, though, I had a rat pretty much punk me out. I know it's funny and shit, but like it really did. I woke up in the middle of 3 o'clock in the morning. It was eating my food out of my box. It was in my Dorito bag, and I was like, "How the hell did you get my Dorito bag?" But when I couldn't figure out why I was moving, so when I opened it up, I seen it. Needless to say, I screamed like a little girl. Probably not the best thing to do in a all-male prison. I was just like, "Son of a bitch!"
No, I found it.
Oh yeah,
I found it. You said I just wanted to say have a great 4th of July, and I hope you all have a safe and joyous time. Yep. Next time I'll hit you back, man. I'll hit you back. You know what I'm saying? I think I just took it like like when people like hey, and then you just keep going. You're like, oh yeah, I know hey. No, I got you though, brother, because I know it means a lot. It really does.
No, hey,
man.
look, I understand, and this is one thing I always understand out there. You guys have a life. You get, you're doing your job, paying your bills. No, it ain't like that. I mean, you guys get busy. Sometimes you overlook the thing. You know what I mean? But that was just me. I was just trying to do that. I do on holidays. People's birthdays, whatever. I always show respect to people who are actually legitimately trying to help. And I believe your guys' heart's in the right place. You guys have said prayers for me, which is God sends for me. You're trying to get my word out. You're trying to get people to at least go to the GoFundMe and at least put messages on it and stuff. And I think that is an amazing situation. So I was trying to say, hey, happy 4th of July.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks that they gave you a hard-boiled rat.
It was close to it. I mean, it looked like something that they wouldn't even sell at, some little foreign store where people were shooting each other in the back alley or something like that. They wouldn't even sell it there. So it was pretty bad.
So I have to ask you, Richard. So like during 2021, 2022, a lot of our food supply went down. Like there was I'm sure you heard of it, like planes falling out of the sky onto food plants and stuff mysteriously just burning down to the ground. Well, in Wisconsin, we had a potato chip factory burned down to the ground. And like I was saying before, my son is in Oshkosh, and I was like, hey, I heard that some of the potato chips that we'll be getting, they're going to be wet inside the bag. That's just the way that they made the potato chips. And he thought I was like bullshitting, and he got wet potato chips, and I have to ask, did you get wet potato chips too?
Yes, I did. Sure did. And I tried to say something about it. I actually got some with a bag full of mildew in it. And I said, hey, look, man, look at this. There was like sand and there was some other stuff in there. And they were like, oh, no, you opened the bag up. I said, well, how else will I open the bag up if I'm going to eat it, you fucking moron?
Yeah.
And they were, well, right? How do you know that? What am I supposed to do? X-ray this thing and be like, oh, hey, look what's inside of it. I didn't open it.
That's super fucked up because the public, we didn't get the wet chips. You guys got them. And I bet you the military got them too. And I bet you the military got them too. Wet chips. Can you imagine opening up your fucking chip bag and it's fucking wet inside?
Oh, yeah. I have actually had it. Like I said, I legitimately had a bag that cost me like $1.27. That should have only been about 40 cents. And I got it and it had wet. It was mildewed and there was sand in it. And I was like, what? And I was like, where does this even come from? And I showed the guard, and the guard was like, oh, well, we can just reimburse you another one. I said, no, I don't want another one. I don't, But they're doing so much now, and it's just, I don't get it, I don't know. There's the quality of life, everywhere is really just went out the window. I think it's a bad situation, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
When you got people who, you can't even tell them that, a color, you say the sky is blue. No, it's not. They want to argue with you and say it's red, and they believe it, wholeheartedly believe it. There's a problem.
Yeah. With all their soul, they believe it. No, yeah. And it's just like the insanity. It's like, I'm so sorry, but 2 + 2 = 4.
Exactly. And
that's the way math works. Yeah. And if you don't want to believe somebody, well, these people are going to school. They're just being brainwashed. So that way, when they look at their money, they're stupid. They're always in debt. They're always getting credit cards. They're always making bad decisions, because they're not taught properly. Parents at home, we're not, some of us aren't thinking of that. I did because I felt that I wasn't talked to enough about that when I was a kid. I was like, damn, I wish somebody would have told me about fucking credit the right way.
I wholeheartedly believe what you're saying.
I can't let I can't let a stranger raise my kid. Like, you always hear stuff like charity starts at home. I'm sorry, I don't donate to places. I don't, because if I have $1, I give it to my family first. Right? Isn't that what you do?
Correct.
You have that much money, you can give that shit away to strangers. And at the end of the day, these places, they only spend 10%, maybe 10% of what you give them towards the cause. I'm not paying for another person. I don't care how callous this sounds. I'm not paying for your fucking salary. I'm paying to help that kid that couldn't get through the day.
I get it. Look, my mother lives in Alabama. She's 72 years old. Tomorrow is her birthday, and I can tell you what, she's living in a shit shack right now, basically. With power on one side of it and everything. Water's just no exaggeration. Not trying to make you feel bad, not like that, because I was the only one that took care of her. You know what I mean? And I send every penny I can, everything I can do from here. From here. Off an institution pay at I don't know what I get, 35 cents an hour or something like that. I send every penny of it to her. Instead of doing other things with it. I don't care, because that's like you said, family comes first, and that's the kind of person I am, and that's, I can see that's kind of the way you're saying the same thing too. Why give it to charity when you don't even know if it's going to go to charity,
It's not, because if you look at really big ones like the Clinton Foundation and the Bill Gates one, they're all about poison and stealing. That's all that is.
Yep.
That's all that is. And these people just donate it for their tax break. And
that's it.
It's filthy. It's dirty. It's dirty money.
It's pretty unclean.
It really is.
I'm a wanted man. Public enemy #1.
Just accidentally went a little left field there, but it's just like that corruption just runs so deep. It runs in everything that you might have faith in.
Dirty deeds.
It's just
dirty. This is and bringing this full circle, just like you said, corruption runs so deep. I am 100% innocent. And instead of saying, oh, we made a mistake here, you know what I mean? They just hid all the evidence. They hid all the evidence at trial. and now they're doing it again. Like I said, you can literally go online and look up on CCAP right now, and the judge literally told, 100% told the district attorney and the judge, just don't file any issues, and I'll act as if you never had any to begin with. That closes my case out and gives me life in prison. That is how far it goes. That's what the viewers that listen to the show need to understand. I am legitimately, not technicality, legitimately innocent. Didn't do anything wrong. Hard worker. Didn't know what was going on. I'm the victim here. These people even cleaned out my bank accounts, got away with it. It's already been proven. It's not just my statement. You know, these people took
they set up
tens of thousands of dollars.
GoFundMes
They took
underneath your
everything from
name
me.
and took
Yeah.
the money.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
And that has been, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Good talk.
That was a good one. That was exciting.
That is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely
You thought that was
disgusting.
okay to do that? Like the
Yeah, it's funny.
what does this person look
And
like?
you
I
heard-
always like
and
to
you
have her
heard.
look so I can do my evaluation. So I can say, and then I hear them talk and move, and then I can figure out them.
Oh, it was all funny until they found out, till the guards found out they were eating off the same shitty plates.
This is going to get out
Yeah.
there.
You know what's going to get out there, and it's going to get buried like the other news that happens. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Sad.
Nobody got sick.
It won't even make the news. It'll just be on the bottom
The
headline.
president made he fell down again.
That's it. They're not going to talk about it. It's just going to be at the bottom, unfortunately, because people are just very inhumane.
You wash dishes and you got trash can, the toilet brush. Oh, nobody died.
Yeah, you know what? It's just that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
It just makes you wonder, like when you. No, really, it makes you wonder, like when you watch these other shows. Like, hey, I learned a lot from TV because the television is telling me a vision. Yeah. How many other weird shit they're doing to these people?
chicken sandwich. We're gonna be afraid to eat a chicken sandwich.
You know, we can't even trust high-profile people being in high-profile jails not to get rid of themselves. You know, the camera's gone and people falling asleep at the job, and isn't that something that those people, those guards, their houses got paid for? Yeah, the Soros Foundation paid for their stuff. It's all on record. It's all on record. I can't even make this shit up. It's all on record. All that weird shit. All those weird people. Hey, how much time we got left? We got a lot of time. Fuck you.
We still got 28 minutes left.
Sweet. I'm going to talk about the Mel Gibson thing that's been going on. Have you guys heard about the Mel Gibson thing?
I heard something about Mel Gibson.
Well, I heard that Cavell, I don't know, was first Jim Cavell, is it?
Yeah,
All right, now go ahead.
Zelly, yeah. So it took 5 years. This film has already been made. It's already been made. And it's nope. It's already been made, and it's just was sitting in limbo. And Mel Gibson was pushing for it. But there's a backstory why Mel Gibson pushed for that movie to be pushed. He's doing a documentary on the side, but we'll go back to the first part.
Okay.
So there's a movie that just dropped on the 4th of July called Sound of Freedom. And it's based on a true story about human trafficking.
I heard something.
Yeah. People are concerned about the kids, but when you think about it, when you hear people say, we're after your children, that makes sense. Because they grow up to be adults. And if you can get them while they're a kid, you can condition them into believing whatever you want.
Control them to do what you want.
Yeah. So when they're trapped and you think to yourself, wow, there's these adults, you have these men and women trapped. Like, how the fuck you get trapped? Like, if that happened to me, like, I'd kick everybody's ass and crawl out the window and fucking be do or die shit. Without realizing they've probably been trapped in that world since they were a child.
Yeah, they don't know any other life.
Yeah, they don't know anything. It's like those people from North Korea that come over here to America and they hear how we to all this weird shit, and it isn't even like that. I mean, we do eat babies. The elite do, but we're not doing that shit. Normal people aren't.
Not willingly.
Yeah, not willingly. Allegedly.
Not knowing.
Yeah. Well, you know, like we hear like natural flavors.
When I was at the dollar store today, natural flavors. I saw some marshmallows. And there was like 3 different brands there. I was like, oh, I just gotta look. I don't remember what ingredient you guys were saying was in there, but I was like, I know if there's a weird word here, I'm gonna know what it is. Of course, it wasn't a great value brand. Well, I have to go to Walmart.
Yeah, the Walmart. In their food, they add weird shit. Like the marshmallows has tilapia in it, anchovies, and like your sweet candy and stuff.
anchovies. And now you do. So
Now you do. Now you do.
Surely you got that kid that said I didn't like that. You like it now, you bastard, right?
Remember that North Korean?
Yeah.
Eating
No,
the
no, no.
gummy. Eating the gummy. He says, "Oh, the American people chew on rubber bands." She never tasted.
The Twizzlers fuck people up overseas, for real, because they look at it, they say, "This is food. This is candy. It looks like plastic." I mean, like, let's pull it apart. Like, I watch those people eat the McDonald's and stuff for the first time, and Christmas food and stuff.
When they eat McDonald's, when they eat Twizzlers, what is it when they eat any of this stuff for the first time?
A lot of it is like, there's this one guy.
They get sick or something?
Nope. There's a lot of them won't even eat it.
They won't eat McDonald's?
Any of the food that's put in front of them. So there's this guy from Kazakhstan, and he's like way up in the mountains. He's a goat herder, and they give him like all kinds of candy, like sweet tarts and stuff, and he won't eat it. He goes, "Oh, in my village, we know that this causes cancer. And this is diabetes. This will give you diabetes. We don't have this in our village." And like even the milk, he's like, "Oh no, we don't. This potato is good. The mashed potato was good to him, but a lot of it, he could tell that was
so
just
what's
from the
that's
taste.
giving cancer? Twizzlers.
It's well, when you look at it, what can you identify as a natural food that would be a Twizzler? Anything? Nothing looks like that. That shit is 100% chemical.
I got a Twizzler tree in the backyard.
That's chemicals. Somebody put a bunch of chemicals in a batch and whipped it all together and then served it to you.
They grow in brown boxes inside wrappers.
Oh, I tell you one thing. You take your ice cream and you put lemon juice over the top of it and it fizzes. That shit has laundry detergent in it.
Check it out.
And that stops your ice cream from freezing.
Why are you quiet, dude? We want to hear from wisdom.
Hey, leave your ice cream out. Get some ice cream and leave it out.
Ice cream is not ice cream.
It's not.
Ice cream ain't
It's chemical. It's
not
chemical.
Leave it out. It smells like shit right away.
It doesn't even.
He's reaching out to the viewers. He's reaching out to the viewers.
Reach out to them,
Do
Dad.
it. Go do
Give them the force.
Grab them. It's 3D.
Do it.
3D podcasting.
Ice cream is not ice cream. Because they you got
there's no fucking cream in it.
Fat milk.
There's no ice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And one is for ice cream and one is not.
This is why you get
so
the
to use
bad
the
camera.
one for not to make the ice
We have
cream.
to stop him.
Story time.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
But really,
it's chemical. So what they do is they put laundry detergent in it to stop it from melting. So now when your kid eats an ice cream cone, an ice cream cone, you don't have to worry about them steaming their clothes or slopping everything up.
Oh my God.
Ken, are you going to tell us exactly what's going on? Are you going to tell us right now what's going on?
Yeah, tell us.
What's happening?
Are you?
what's going on?
Are you going to tell us? Are you going
to? You want to hear about the Biden situation?
We want to hear
about the cocaine.
Yeah,
about all the cocaine.
Hi, kids.
Hold on.
This is your teacher, Neri. And guess what?
It is our storytelling time.
I'm so excited.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Because I am very, very excited.
Papa Bear.
So if you are excited, please sit back, relax, and enjoy our story. Let's begin.
All right, this is the Biden story about the great cocaine. Check this out. It was found in many different places.
Oh, yes. One package, by the way.
Yeah. It wasn't big. It wasn't big. It's just a small dime bag.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. They're going to get fingerprinted.
But it didn't belong to none of the Bidens because they weren't there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they came back on Tuesday. Well, they were there on Friday until 4 o'clock. They left the White House at 4 o'clock on Friday. And Hunter Biden was with.
Did you
and in
see
the
him?
paper, they said, did he buy a ticket to go there or
Wait,
we paying for it?
Did you see the video of him sweating like a hound dog and then wiping his nose like so?
That's not
Some
mine.
of us that are familiar with the real world and what the real world looks like, I see that and I'm like, that motherfucker's a crackhead.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a serious problem. He needs help.
But it wasn't his. It wasn't his.
It's allegedly.
It belonged to Kamala Harris.
Allegedly.
It belonged to Kamala Harris.
You know what? And you know
That's what
who?
they said.
No, Dad. You know who I was most disappointed in when I read too? A fucking not Tom Cruise. Oh my God, another ding dong. But Ted Cruz came out and said, "I highly doubt it was Hunter Biden's." I mean, he recovered. He's done. He's done.
That's a joke, right?
No, that was for real.
But the thing of it is, how did that coke get there? That is one of the most.
It went from a
secret.
It went
place
from
in the world, the most secured place in the fucking world. Every place got a camera. Everything, the floor, the ceilings, every fucking corner got a fucking. How did anybody get beyond
before
that?
there was people coming out and they were like,
it makes me mad.
I see you mad there.
Yeah, just
Holy
getting
shit.
in, just getting in. If you
Where's
have
the footage? God damn it!
if you have a purse or anything, yeah, they take away. So like when you go into the White House and you go through security, it's one of the most intense security things you'll ever go through. Yeah, like they go through everything and they try to take apart like all like your little compartments and stick their finger in everything because you don't know where you're gonna put a poison, a camera, a disease. Like people are fucking. The perfect word for this moment is diabolical. People are absolutely diabolical.
The situation room, that's where it was really found. It was in one of those nooks.
Yeah, where they put their cell phones.
You gotta know. That guard has to know who put that in there because he's there. He's at the fucking key.
It has to be somebody that doesn't get checks in and they feel like they're brave enough.
That'd be
because I don't care how big your balls are, you're not sticking a little bit of crack, a dime bag crack underneath your ball sack or up your butthole where this dog isn't going to smell it. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen.
We had that dog come by me in Mexico. I don't know how that cop see we didn't have no seatbelts on.
Another call.
It's Tom.
Alabama.
What's going on, man? We got a lot of callers so far today. Hold on.
That's because somebody told them what you said on last week's podcast. You're going to get replaced by the homeless.
All right, you're live, Tom. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on? Yeah, a lot of people call you tonight. I tried a few times. Thank God, got through.
Yeah, got some action. Got some action going on at the Oshkosh facility over there. Tell me, have you
something about that?
What?
Yeah, I heard something about Oshkosh, like nastiness in the server or the main kitchen or something.
Wow, that did get around. Yeah, it's true. They're busy washing the inmates' dishes with toilet bowl scrubbers and a and a dirty trash can that people spit and throw their garbage and all kinds of crap in.
You know, you don't want to be watched all the time, but it's crap like that I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I'm eating this stuff, and now I gotta watch these guys, right? These guys seem to do their job.
Well, the guards all thought it was funny. Well, the guards thought it was funny until they found out they were eating off the same trays, and then all shit hit the fan. So you have to wonder. Yeah. So you know they've been doing that more than once. They just got caught.
Yeah, but rest assured, they caught the guys. They caught them brown-handed.
Brown-handed. Wow. Bacteria-laden hand.
But their argument was that it was accidental transfer. DNA.
Oh, yeah. Right.
And because they have DNA to test, the Innocent Project may take their case now.
They definitely can.
Stop.
Oh my God.
We learned so much here on this podcast. What?
You do. It's weird.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, right? Hey, have you guys seen Bad Moms yet?
Bad Moms.
Or Bad Moms or okay, let me try to get this right. The Bodyguard Assassin's Wife. Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, and Salma Hayek. Yummy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go home and watch that tonight. What's the name of that movie?
Both of those. And the Kingsman, of course, but that's good enough. Bad Moms and The Bodyguard Assassin's Wife. Oh, dude. Both
Bodyguard's Assassin's Wife. Okay.
Honestly, yeah, I'm surprised they were playing them here because of all the F-bombs and I mean some. Bad Moms, I started watching them like, oh God, Miley Cyrus, Kristen Bell. I'm like, really? This is going to be like kind of wholesome? Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're funny.
Wow.
You look at them and they look so innocent. You're like, damn, did my mom think about me like that? That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny because they have their moms at the, you know how they usually have bloopers at the end? They have their moms at the end. And her moms are dropping F-bombs. It's like, oh, wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. Great movies. Yeah, I couldn't believe they played them here, you know.
Well, hey Tom, we got a new co-host here today. If you want to say hi to her, her name's Megan.
Megan.
Yes.
I've only heard 2 people so far.
Because they were just busy laughing and giggling.
Absolutely, yeah. Wow. Okay, Megan, hi.
Hi.
So, I'm doing a quick trip run later. You guys want to look up?
Yeah, bring me a icy blue. Bring me a blueberry ice.
I love their chicken. It's better than Kentucky Fried. I will take the dark meat only, please. The other stuff
I like their boneless chicken. It tastes really good. Yeah. Super salty though.
Of course, I'm here all day, right? You guys would be like, dude, where you been? I'm like, well, I just did a quick trip run. You missed it. I was looking for you, man.
Isn't one right down the block from you?
Yeah, I was picking up cigarettes and everything down the block. Where were you? You needed rolling papers? Oh, man.
30 seconds a day, they leave the selling portal.
Hey Tom, tell us what's new on the news, man. Tell us what you've been seeing, because I know you surf that news, man.
Well, we got a memo here that coming up, and yeah, they're going to cut me off, by the way, 9 o'clock, so just let you know. Coming up in Easter, they're having something to do on the yard. They dug a ton of holes. This is crazy. They dug a ton of holes that they're going to dig, of course, and this is going to be for Easter. And they're putting weapons in each hole, and then 2 of the holes they will have release papers. And they're going to cover the holes back up, grow the grass. Dude, they're putting this on pay-per-view. And it's called, it's an Easter egg hunt. And the eggs have weapons in them, and they're putting it on pay-per-view. Apparently the DOC is not making enough money. I'm not sure. $2.5 billion to charge a taxpayer, right?
Attorney calls may be monitored and
I can't even tell if you're fucking with me.
It sounds like
the world is
I'm
crazy.
definitely fucking with all of you.
it sounds like
Holy
death. It sounds
shit,
like
dude.
it sounds like Death Race.
That would
Yeah, that's what I was
You know what? I watched
That's what I was thinking. Death
Hey,
Race right
I
away.
watched
Like,
too
man,
many
dude.
of those old
I was like,
Arnold
what channel is
Schwarzenegger
this
movies
gonna be
that start off weird as
The
shit
Peacock,
like that.
what is it going to be on, dude?
Where's Alabama?
Paramount.
Where's Alabama?
Yeah, you better watch out. They're gonna put on.
I got
Bob
money
Powers
on him.
You better make it.
What?
I'm
Be my
totally prejudged
Frankenstein.
my whole life about, my God, the man doesn't smile. He's having a bad day. Oh, he looks angry. I take that for, I use that like I just did. I love it. It's funny. It is funny. I mean, people look at me and their faces just dumbfounded and they're like, are you serious?
Are you fucking
No,
bro?
did it sound serious?
I can't even tell.
It's awesome. Yeah. It's the deep voice too, right? They take that serious. That's great.
Yeah, because you
but,
want to know why?
You know, the DOC, huh?
Yeah, because the world is crazy. We're ran by a banana republic.
Yeah.
You know, and the people that are in charge are all, they go home and they're fucked up people, yet they judge you and you're the fucked up one. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
so
weird,
crazy.
man. It is.
It's crazy.
They thought they were weird, and then they just turn on the news.
Yeah.
They turn on the liberal news, man.
Yeah.
They're like, wow, I'm a little normal. I'm okay. Doing all right.
Yeah. I'm ahead of the
So by
fucking
the way,
game.
there's this little purse, this little elegant zipper purse. They found coke residue inside. I don't think Hunter Biden would be carrying that around. I think it's Kamala.
Dude, it might be.
It was a purse now? Because I heard it was a dime baggie. I didn't hear it was a purse.
Oh, wow. See, now it's something different. It keeps the story keeps changing. You have to wait, was it 48
inside
to
of an
70
elegant.
some hours? 72 hours.
Okay, now it was in something elegant. So, yeah, they're just framing
So
somebody
the
else. We
baggie
know
was
Hunter
in-
did it.
Right. So I don't know. And but then again, he could be a little flamey. I'm not sure.
Did they
There's
find
nothing
a
wrong with that. I'm just
He was
saying.
treating his precious gold with fancy bags.
Right. He had it in a nice, elegant, pretty purse. I
Yeah,
mean,
no one would ever look at that.
Dude, they've got man
I mean, the
purses out
first
here.
guy I went
Dude.
to was Hunter.
They've got man purses out here.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You ever see Kamala Harris when she's standing behind Joe Biden? He like signed some or something. Go back on the web and check that out. You see her with kind of a smirk. Her eyes are glazed. Yeah.
She's always cat.
She can die.
She can't even fucking talk.
Everything's funny.
She
Everything's
can't
funny.
even talk. No, her last words, Salad, they asked her about culture, and she was like, the culture is the moment of the time of now and here. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Who fucking talks like that?
I was listening to Colleen Buck, and they had a little snippet of her talking. And the whole whatever it was, the snippet, she gets done talking. It was like maybe a minute. And I'm trying to think of what the hell she just said. It made no coherent sense. Literally.
Wow.
I don't know what she was on. It's
They all
hilarious.
sound like
Go to Clay and Buck.
Yeah.
I
They
think it
sound
was Thursday.
remedial. They sound remedial. Like somebody gave somebody autistic a dictionary, and that's what they recite when they talk. They just like jumble this shit together. Either that or they're like, yeah, the word salad. Yeah. The adrenochrome is fading off.
What's going on, man? Yeah, and then the law flew down the pig pen, and then the pigeon came back and said that the president was going to be great.
Oh, wow. Biden, he's still committing gaffes, lying.
He's running.
About that one
He's
the other
running for a
day
re-election,
about
man.
How we're doing in the Iraq war? It's the Ukraine war, not the Iraq war.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. It's like, dude, come back to planet Earth.
Well,
cluster bombs. Cluster bombs to
Dad.
Ukraine, and then he goes. He
Yes,
says,
the
I don't know.
cluster
I don't know if I do that or not. And he goes. He says to the Kuwaiti president, "Yeah, you be careful.
They're banned. Did you know those are banned in 120 countries?
Right.
Oh,
Basically, only America and Ukraine use them. Yeah, they mean everybody. The men, the women, the children, everybody. All of them.
Well, didn't Russia use them? And then we said Russia's, committing war crimes with these cluster bombs. All of a sudden, we're sending them to Ukraine. Well, here's the thing.
Well, we invented them and sold them to them. And then we took them back and used them ourselves.
America, we fight wars. We fight wars with rules. And the people we're fighting never have rules. So if they're not going to have rules, I don't think we should be.
You know what, though? I think that I used to believe that. And I don't believe that anymore. Because I see a two-tiered justice system, a two-tiered justice system in America.
Oh, hell yeah!
And if my imagination can just take that to the next level.
Yeah, scary.
They lie to the American people all the time. They're covering up shit. Every time I see a stupid story like with the submarine thing, dude, they had us talking for days, like air experts and shit.
They already knew what happened already.
Yeah, and they blew up in the first 4 hours. They knew they were dead, and they still had that stupid stuff covering the news. And that just goes back to what we heard Trump say all the time. Fake news. Understand what fake news is, what propaganda is.
They want you to watch the
Yeah, anytime you see a loud storyline that's just really going across the board and it's touching America inside, you need to take a step back and ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? What's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about yet? Or we do know and they're just covering it up, because that's usually how it really is nowadays. Because the internet and people like to talk, we hear their stuff right away.
Of how our government is, and this is not far off what we're talking about. It's just a little example. Like with technology, when our government tells us about technology they have, it had it. That's the same thing with everything what you were just talking about. They have it, we just never knew about it. Some things we never will know about. I think America's government is the slickest, shrewdest government. They're all corrupt.
And you know what? And I think that because people trust us so much, they do. We just the underlying factor of when out to these other countries, and I think, well, you know what? You do the research and you go back. When you go back and you look at history and you see how things are constructed, when people talk about a construct, they're looking at themselves and their sex and all that shit. They're not the construct. The world around them is. They just lost sight of that.
And recorded.
You're breaking up, man.
You're breaking up.
You're still breaking up. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Hold the cord. There might be a problem with the cord.
Yeah, there we go. More of my tax dollars.
Just going from ear to ear. I'm like, what the hell? I was hearing that before.
You know, we could tell from that phone that it's bad.
That's what sucks.
Yeah, because there's only you got the left and the right with the headphones, right? And we can only pick up. We're only picking up one. We're only picking up like the left.
Yep.
Yeah,
I thought it was my headphones at first. It's been going in and out. I'm like,
yeah, me too. Yeah, I was like, hey man, why is this sound different?
We can literally
so when I cut out fully, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I put it back in my right ear.
Right on.
Right on. I don't know what I was... Oh, China.
Yeah.
China's investing in so many countries, and they're, throwing their money around. Kind of like liberals do.
Well, what they do is they go in, and I'll just use like a small country in Africa because it's really easy. So... it's a small country. They're trying to get their money going. They want respect and shit, but they need a road. So China comes in and says, hey, guess what? Not only will I borrow you the money, I'll build the road. You just got to pay us back. And they'll pay them back in 2,000 years.
They just called their own
It takes them 2 years to pay that shit back.
Well, I tell you what. Listen, we're gonna be going off air too right now. So how about this is
Ken,
Megan,
This is Mike.
Michelle,
and this is Rich, and
This is
this is Tom, and this is
the Manwich Show.
I've never been on at the end, so cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Badass.
All right.
Good talk.
You guys have a great night.
You too.
you too, brother.
All right.
I will.
Talk again.
All right, man.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
till next week.
Yeah.